welcome to Roll Call.
Roll Call.
Why is there a crow? Roll Call. So, thank you so much for being here tonight. It really means a lot to us that you spend your Friday nights with us. Let me turn the storm down.
It's like magic.
It's almost as if I have the DM powers. So, welcome to episode 21 of our Bards and Nobles campaign. Before we get into the recap, Tristan, if you want to give us what's coming up and down the pipeline, or coming up down the pipeline? Going up down the pipeline.
Last week, Monday, was the play session posted on YouTube. Wednesday was Detention talking about campaign building, the first part of a several-part series talking about how you can start creating your own campaign. Thursday was Roll for Bluff about that play session, which then brings us to today. Which means next week, Monday, play session on YouTube. Wednesday, Detention talking about orcs.
Greg.
Like Greg. And Thursday will be Roll for Bluff about this session. Yay! And then playing again Friday.
And a good time was had by all. Thank you guys so much for waiting. Hold on a second. We can do the session. So, when we last left off, our heroes, the Stormbreakers, had unfortunately had a bad few days.
What?
After spending the day apart, the girls went to a local apothecary owned by Marjorie Cheesebottom, and after delighting her with their alcoholic ways, gave them the secret to Fireball. And gave them 3 uses currently of the Fireball spell. The girls, after thanking Marjorie, left and headed to Zulto's to retrieve Cal's new dagger. The dagger of...
Duality.
Did you say that any less epically?
The dagger of duality! And then if you're a Slipknot fan, you just go into the song. It's fine.
I push my dagger.
No! That sounds horrifying. Also, upon interacting with Zulto, you came upon a slight contract for him to make duplicates of your braces of companionship for your 2 new companions, so you will be able to talk. Then you went upon your merry way. On their way back, they were accosted by some local thugs, and after weapons were drawn and magic was fired, the rest of the Stormbreakers, Solomon and Sorn, rushed out onto the scene in an attempt to help them. After being petrified, whole person, so paralyzed, and moved away, one by one the Stormbreakers broke their holds and continued to fight back against the thugs. After a moment, they saw Woodhall standing, waiting for them to go around a corner. After killing all but one of the thugs, Solomon, in a fit of divine rage and justice, I guess.
I guess
justice.
Rushed forth and attempted to round the corner to capture the lone survivor, to which Woodhall let Solomon meet his good axe. After nearly falling, Sorn rounded the corner in order to attempt to help Solomon, just in time for Woodhall's fire breath to reach them. After heading back to Hakar's Bazaar, the group attempted to recoup. After more tense feelings were had, they were visited by a friend who attempted to strike a deal with them, but was quickly
Vexed.
buffed and acted accordingly, striking at Morena and then striking Solomon with a rock, to which Solomon now has a mission in life, as noted by the 2 red X's on his leather Armor? Yeah, the armor that sits on top.
Hmm.
So now that's where we begin. So Stormbreakers, what are you doing is Solomon's standing there looking at the bloody X's he just drew into his leather armor. Theron looks over and goes, well, that happened.
That could have gone better. Granted, he also could have gone worse. Last time he tried to kill Lyran when mentioning his name.
So, I'm gonna look at Marina. What did we learn?
Doesn't like his name being spoken of.
Doesn't
Ma-
like it being...
Leon's gonna pop up. Doesn't like it to be misspoken.
My best advice is just don't talk while he's here. It's easiest.
Yeah, and then I'm going to be directing this towards the two new people. So, Fox is, from what we can tell, pretty strong and not one to make threats lightly. So,
For him,
He
it seems
like a real dick. Pardon me, Paylor.
I would also like to mention that he has the ability to watch us sometimes.
Solomon's gonna look at you perplexed. What do you mean sometimes?
He likes us a lot, so I think he seems to just try to find ways to observe us for prime opportunities.
So it's not always a good idea to...
Wait,
talk
you
about
said he like... Are you guys like friends?
Not really.
Pawns in his plan?
Occasionally there may have been in the past deals made, but
They're gonna be like, Cal's growing.
but he's not exactly what we would call a friend. No.
Long story short, he put us in a pact to achieve a goal. We achieved said goal. He was happy. He wants to use us again. I would probably say it's
I
the
would
best.
imagine, yeah, probably.
That's probably a good way to put it.
Well, I like hate him.
I think we all do.
So that's fine, but I would caution against any sort of hot-headed outbursts around him. Because
All I gotta say is if he makes fun of me, Paylor the Mace, that's gonna be an issue.
So he probably will, from what I can tell.
So unless you're ready to die abruptly at that time of retaliation, or
Maybe swallow your pride a little bit.
those are probably your best two options at the moment.
Then how about if he like shows up, I just walk away.
You can try, but he tends to have a hold person spell. Very strong one.
What if I like hold person him and then run?
You can certainly try. but
Nah,
I
that
don't
seems like a
advise it.
bad idea.
Yeah, you're learning.
Probably be bad.
Well, I'm pretty hurt. I'm gonna go lay down.
Probably
Yeah,
a good
we should
idea.
Probably all.
Cars. So, am I having to be worried people will attack my shop now? Well, not people. People can come, I mean demons.
No, Fox tends to be one that just follows us around more or less.
I'm not gonna say no though.
Well, I mean,
Well, that is
there are
just
many
interesting.
demons. So
Cleric man, can you do ritual? I can't, man. I can't do anything right now. I can try. Picks up his mace.
Religion.
Not right now, man. Leon's gonna walk over to you. Don't worry, I did the same thing. He tried to cut my neck open.
I don't doubt.
So there, we have something in common. She's gonna boop her on the nose. Go wet nosy. Y'all take a long rest?
Yeah.
So everyone takes a long rest. That means 8 hours of doing absolutely nothing.
Everyone
Well,
is...
not absolutely. You can do light things like if
Oh, I can't long rest though.
I can. Hakar will come around and ask your guys' help for certain things every so often. Just to help move things around. Since you're, crashing there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the floor has been on fire and.
Yeah. That's one of the big things he's going to ask you to do is see if you can, fix that.
Can I press the digitation to clean it?
No, that's what mending's for.
Gotcha.
If only we had a druid.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bow. So, if someone would like to... Who has the... I gotta think of what check I'd want to do for this. For you guys, someone to rip up floorboards and replace floorboards.
Would it be...
Is anyone proficient with carpenter's tools?
Mm-mm.
Smiths.
Wood carvers. So Solomon's got wood carvers.
Alright, so you don't get a proficiency bonus to this. Who would like to do it?
What
Would
are
it
we
be
rolling
a
for?
survival check to make sure the wood's good and everything?
He has wood.
Oh.
It's a Cars Bazaar. He has beer.
But would it be? But would it be history first and then athletics?
It's gonna be. Let's say a general intelligence check,
Okay.
and then athletics.
So. Lear.
So my intelligence is good, but my athletics is bomb. Could we do it where Lyra knows how to and she
Sure.
directs me?
All right.
So I'll roll for Lyra.
Okay.
Your combat Lyra.
Gotcha.
It's 24.
So 19. So yes, she looks over and goes. So you want to make it level? You want to try and bevel it out a little bit and make sure you don't put any this. And she just directs you on how to build a floor.
Okay, just tell me where to hit it with the hammer.
Just and yeah, you fix it. As you now as you look down at the floor for the first time intently for a while, you notice that the floor is made of a bunch of different types of woods.
This has happened before.
Things like this have happened here, so the floor is not a cohesive color. It's cohesive level, but it's not a cohesive material.
Just lots of rugs everywhere.
Yep. There are rugs. You see Hakar go over, pick up a rug, and rotate it so the flame bit's underneath something. Well, good thing I did not want to sell that. So, yes, please rest and relax, and I do believe you should be going sometime before it gets too dark to make camp. I don't know better word.
Oh, to set up our
Camp.
Yeah, sure.
Someone's yeah, okay. And he will go and sleep the entire time. Now, person playing Solomon, is there any one of his spells you would like him to have?
Considering I can't see the list to change them, I'll
This
just
one?
work with what I got.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you will deal with that.
Unless he's got banish.
Ooh.
Trade that out for darkness if he's got it.
Okay, I will look at that if you guys want to describe what you're doing to get ready before you leave. Done.
Thank you.
Oh, that was easy. We're done.
Outside of general relaxing, is there anything you wanted to do? You?
I am going to ask Hakar.
He is.
Do you happen to have a Yikwa?
He's gonna look you are you really asking me this?
Let me rephrase that.
Do you
A
want
Yikwa to sell. Oh, I wouldn't.
They are pocket knives
For
to us.
Yes.
I could be giving you Yikwa
Oh, well, I'd appreciate.
if you can do 100 push-ups.
Right before we go to this
Go
battle.
do it, or you don't get Yikwa.
All right, you asked.
Greg, do 100 push-ups too. He's still in the back room. sleeping.
You just hear him do push-ups in the back room.
Pretty much.
That just straight up athletics.
Yeah.
That is a 28.
Yeah. Someone just goes,
Gotta warm up.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay. Dodges you one.
And I'll just sort of sit with Nancy and sort of just like, or not Nancy,
Nancy.
Morena, sorry.
Oh, the heck?
Cal sit with Morena and sort of fill her in on the history of the Stormbreakers, I suppose.
Okay.
The long short of it.
The long short of it.
Anything important you'd like to bring up?
So I'm gonna reiterate the situation with the clockwork, which I know we had sort of briefly talked about last time. Talk about how, there are certain demon lords who are sort of fighting one another, and we recently took down the Avatar of Yangu, but there was some other demon lords. I'm going to just sort of briefly mention the situation with the Black Dragon and just sort of highlight it.
So you pretty much know that you have a long list of enemies now that you're part of the Stormbreakers.
Oh.
In this whole city.
Yeah.
So yay! They're gonna come over to you and go, "Don't worry. After a little while, you'll be a sister just like we are." And she'll like,
Thought I already was.
she's gonna look at you like, how do I respond?
How do you want to respond?
Yes.
Yes.
That's all she says. And I thought we were already sisters.
Alright.
Yes. She's looking at me like, help me out here.
Maybe like a little.
Oh, it's just that you're
Daughter,
talking about
sister.
deepening the bond.
Yeah. That. So then we tell you, and she's gonna like walk behind you and like, so, and like, 'cause she's taller than you, still be like, so tell us your story. She'll like, look down a bit.
So I'll mention the whole I was thrown into the abyss, or at
You fell into the abyss pretty much.
Fell in the
Fell.
beer.
Not
Fell in
sure.
the pier.
fell, met the mind flayer, yeah, slayer.
You're flaying the mind.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give her my whole backstory,
So you tell me where you're from.
where I'm from, where I was originally from.
Does
About Ubrin, the Ultharid.
Does the name of the city ring a bell with me?
How she's from,
I'm assuming it does, but I just want to verify.
yes.
Okay. So you're from the same continent I'm from.
I guess so.
Cool. So you just fell into the whirlpool and then were transported to the abyss,
Yes.
and you were taken in by a mind flayer.
Yes.
That seems really, really weird.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
I was but a child, so I can't really defend for myself at that point.
So how did you get away?
You remember you tapped into your aberrant power and you just literally used all your internal emotions and you just went and you were popped back out on the surface and wandered until you were found by Raviscon.
Robbie pants.
So,
Okay.
she's been a slave her entire life.
So, must be kind of nice not to, be in servitude to somebody else.
Yeah. Which I have y'all to thank for.
Yeah, well. So,
It's kind of the one that made the deal.
Deal.
Wager.
Yeah. Bet.
There.
Sure, a few hours after like 7, Solomon will come down. So we like ready to go or anything? Or how are you doing? Okay?
I'm not terribly injured, no.
Like I didn't mean physically, but that's
you
good. I was just talking like okay.
Don't know yet.
Well, all right, no problem with that, man. You gotta do what you gotta do. If you need to talk. Should I point going places?
You pass it off.
So before we go, I just want to make this clear from my end. I don't like the fact that we're doing this. And I don't like the fact that the docks are going to be cleared. And I don't trust it. And if things go wrong, we should probably leave.
Kind of a bigger fish to fry situation.
Maybe. It seems really sketchy to me that the guards were told not to be there on the docks and on this particular night. So I'm not saying that we abandon this whole wanting to be good and do the right thing, but maybe let's not get ourselves killed in the process.
Someone, like, that's gonna be hard. I don't want to leave people.
I just mean it may be smarter to know when to remove yourself from the situation.
He's gonna look down at his chest. That's probably smart. I'm gonna listen to you then. When you say I should go, that's when I'll leave.
Okay. Alright, so we ready to do this?
Aaron's like, trying to quickly finish. Takes out her backpack. You see this crudely made stuffed possum.
Oh.
She puts it in her backpack and puts like the head out and closes it. Okay. Ready.
Real cute.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I feel like you'd want it. Solomon's like, put it back on his armor. Can you get that back pin for me? I can't reach that well. Just clasp it. Alright.
Actually bend it.
Let's do this. It fixed.
Alright.
Well, I'm so doing Oops.
So when we get closer to the dock, I'm going to throw on a spell
One of them spools.
to help us be a little more sneaky
Pass without a trace.
when we get closer. But I don't want to waste it if I can help it, so...
Do we want to don our disguises, or the ones that those of us who have them still? I know we're not necessarily wanted anymore, but as to say, as incognito as possible.
I
mean, well, I meant all of us.
You just turn back into
I know you're.
Angelique.
I'm saying, do you think it's wise for all of us to try and?
Truth be told, probably won't help. They already know that we're in the city, and I mean,
yeah, I don't know how you.
No offense, but
I
you're
can change.
kind of a big guy, and I don't think a mask is gonna hide that.
No, but it might draw less attention.
You're big and gray.
Right, but if
I'm also
can put mask
covered
on.
in fur.
I'm just trying to say what might draw less attention to ourselves for some of us being recognizable on posters.
Leon is going to attempt to style her hair different.
If you would like to put on a mask,
She does not style it very well.
then if you feel like doing that, then that is your decision.
Okay,
I will say that.
That's some good communication.
It's if
What are
you
you
feel
doing,
like
Marina?
Pardon?
What are you doing, Marina? You suiting up with something that may try and look different, or you're just gonna be you?
I'm just gonna be me.
All right. So then you continue along your way on this dark and stormy evening. The rain continues to fall. Are you taking it at a slow pace or a medium pace?
Let's take it a little bit slower.
Alright. You're taking it nice and slow.
Brandon, could you turn your screen slightly more this way? Sorry, I'm just trying to be fair. I just looked up, I was like, I can see that screen.
Good. See the pain.
No, I'm trying to be a good player.
See the pain. So you taking a decent
It's more like once we get closer, we're gonna slow up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you continue your walk, at a decent pace. It only takes you like 15 minutes to get there.
Okay.
At a decent pace. So when you get close enough, I'm gonna need everyone to make stealth checks.
And as we're close enough, I'm doing pass without trace, so everybody can add 10 to their stealth roll.
So I have
23. Did Solomon roll at disadvantage as well?
I need to check to make sure.
Okay, just curious.
So
Am I adding my stealth? Or
So
just
you're
my-
gonna add your
19.
stealth and add 10,
Liren got 19.
Ooh, that's pretty good for Lyran.
even with her 10.
Disadvantage.
2 or 4.
I got 31.
I got 23.
Ghosted. Solomon also at disadvantage.
Okay, I figured because he's wearing scale mail.
You rolled 2 17s though.
I got 33.
So 29. What'd you get?
33.
Should be you.
She rolled higher than I did. Yeah.
So yeah,
23.
Solomon beat you.
Yeah. I rolled a 12.
So you make your way pretty stealthily through, all things considered. The loudest one of you is still blending into the rain more than average people walking around being like, "Oi, it's fucking rain." Yeah.
He's trying to punch the rain.
You just swiped at it. You hear as you walk, that you guys don't leave, because past that race, you do not leave muddy footprints. So as long as for the next hour, if you're within 30 feet, you will not leave a trace of your feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure everybody knows that they have to stay close to me.
30 feet
Yeah.
for an hour, correct?
Yes.
I think so.
So, as you walk up to the docks, no one is there. What would you like to do to prepare?
Do we want to get closer to the docks? Like,
I have an idea, but I don't know if you want to look at Soren.
what's the idea?
I can, make, this hut that people can't see, I'm pretty sure. Dome, it says that the dome is opaque. So if we and it's transparent from the inside, so everyone can see out, it'll be an opaque color. It's not completely it's like they can't see, it's not like a camouflage, but if we want to hide somewhere where a little bit away, I can dome it, and then no one would really be able to see us.
I mean, is this where we want to hide here until we see the ship?
That would probably be the best case scenario.
That way, even with stealth, we might.
It's
Keep it in
just
the open.
difficult if it's opaque with the rain.
Ooh, that's a good point.
I mean, as a DM, let me check.
That's a good thought. I haven't even thought of that.
It depends on where we put it.
Can I do a perception on the docks to see if there's a place where it might be advantageous, or would that be survival?
Perception.
Perception.
Survival is more of your.
It's only
I'm not-
14.
Yeah, nothing that would look, because it's a 10-foot radius, so a 20-foot area, would be covered.
Okay.
So nothing that you can tell by like the actual dock, like by the docks. Like there's the boardwalk.
Right.
But nothing by the docks. Everything over there seems to be pretty clear with that.
Okay.
Do we want maybe Lyra and I to go underwater? We would be pretty...
Someone's gonna look at you and be like, "What?"
Oh, that's true. I forgot you guys could do that.
Leon's like, "That would work. I don't want to split up the group."
I mean, it would be bad, but it would put us in a more tactical position, and we'd still be able to communicate with you guys as far as when the ship is coming in. So if you want to maybe put the hut further back here, in a more prime spot that it won't be seen, hide, Lyra and I are underwater. We can...
I would still want to stay close to you guys, though.
Solomon attempts to perceive, but only rolled an 11. Roll a 2 and a plus 9. Oof.
That's right, he's got good perception.
Yep. It's passively high. Like, I mean, do we know when?
Did he mention exactly when?
He said,
He said Dronda would meet you.
No.
I mean, we're banking on your spell not ending before the ship gets here.
Yeah, we should probably do
Find
it.
a place
just-
before.
Yes. Can I do a perception? Or no, your perception's probably better than mine.
This will be the last perception
Nope.
check for this.
Mine's a 0.
Oh, mine's a 4.
Lyran's is a 5.
Statistically, would say, Lyran, would you like to do a perception check?
Got a 9.
Oh my god. In total?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yay!
Oh no.
So nothing really.
What would I have done? I would have rolled a 1. So
Yeah, nothing. You guys can't really find much.
Okay.
Seems with the rain and everything, the dock seems pretty clear. The rain, you can't really sit the hut out in the open.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's, I mean, there's not a lot of people around, but do we want to take the chance and just do it?
The hut?
Yeah.
I mean, we can.
Is everybody okay with that?
Yes.
Lyran, Solomon.
Lyran's like, yeah, I mean, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
If you want.
Solomon, you want to do your thing, man?
All right. Where do you want? Like, you look around. There are a few areas where there are some boxes. They are not well. Like, even if you put the hut inside, the hut would cover some of them, so they would be like awkward. You could try and move some of the boxes around. There's an area over by one of the like fishing huts. There's an area over by like one of the dock shops, and then there's the actual docks.
Do we want to do it on the docks?
Like out in the open?
Or do we want to do it by like the fishing huts? I feel like the shops might be a not so great idea.
we could try to obscure it as much as we can with the boxes.
I mean, I feel like that would just attract attention, spending all the time to move them and everything.
I mean, Lyran, there's 3 of us who can lift things.
And if you guys want to do that, sure.
It's double time. Someone's like, wait, what? As the 3 of you, Solomon, Lyran, and Zorn, will try and construct. You're going to describe roughly what you're trying to do when you're like trying to, so they're like blocking a little bit of it.
Yeah, I mean, like enough where we could still peer through it, like from the inside out, but enough that if people were looking by, the boxes were the things that kind of obscure the.
Yes, you need to do a 20-foot area.
Okay.
Let's see how well this works. Okay, Lyran crushes it.
What do you want? Is it athletics?
Yes, with over 20.
That is an 18.
That's a natural 20 for Solomon.
I rolled real well for that.
The big guy doing men. Everyone else, yeah. So you make a pretty, with the decent, you make you believe it's somewhat covered. You believe someone's actively looking for it. They can find it. But as of right now, you're feeling the most passerbyers won't be here or won't see you. And he will cast the hut. As you are now in a hut of it dark, so he's going to make it black. An opaque black color that you guys can clearly see through.
Okay.
So you wait until eventually you see someone come out with a hooded lamp in the darkness. And as you look, they're looking around, the light catching with Solomon's passive. He's gonna be like, hey, isn't that like your friend? As he points over to, and your eyes focus and trying to catch the hood, and it is Drondra.
Is there a way that the hut's set up that I can exit so it just looks like I'm coming from behind the boxes?
You
So
can
it
certainly
doesn't-
try.
So it doesn't just look like I appeared out of nowhere.
You certainly try.
Would that be stealth?
That would be an acrobatics
Okay.
to try and. You guys kind of made it like a circling of boxes, so it's blocking.
19.
What?
19.
Oh yeah, you like find a way that's like, okay, and if I leave through here and I'll.
Okay.
He's coming up from behind them.
And I'll make my way up.
He's looking around. He's. Oh. Hey.
Hi.
Figured I'd beat you guys here.
We've been here for a hot minute.
Where?
In a tiny little. You want to just? I'll just show you.
Okay.
So,
You're taking back
yeah,
over.
Yeah.
You're gonna walk over to the box. He's like, "Are you guys like hiding in here like a bunny?" He's gonna point in and notice that the light isn't passing through the opening. Clever. All right.
Yeah.
Is there room in there?
Yeah.
Can fit 9.
Yeah.
It's 20 feet by 20. It's a 20-foot radius.
Or
Or 10-foot radius. Sorry.
20 foot diameter with Solomon just meditating in the middle.
Oh, was it a concentration?
No,
Oh, okay.
it's concentrated on him.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
The small crystal bead. So you enter in, make acrobatics to make sure you can actually get it.
24.
Oh yeah, you got like a 20. You will just like and a whoop. So the boat should be arriving in the next hour.
Okay.
He looks up. It's dry in here. This is nice.
Right?
Where'd you guys get this guy? Where'd you come from? That's kind of a long story. You want like the long part or the short part? So I'm just like I didn't actually mean.
It was rhetorical.
Whatever.
I'm new.
I know who you are.
Do I know him?
Not really. He's just seen you a lot. Want a Raviscons?
Yeah, but not willingly.
Was.
She's now her own person.
Drondra Crux, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Miranda.
Guys really like changed. Leon's not with you anymore, and you got 2 new people. Man, those posters are like way out of date now.
Fortunately.
I'm gonna have to make some new ones. No. I'm just trying to lighten up the mood. As he'll like sit down and like take his hood down and just sit.
What can you tell us about the boat coming in with the refugees?
Well, the boat itself isn't that guarded. The people coming to get what's on the boat is guarded. So, I mean, we're gonna need to get to them before the receiving party gets to them.
Do we know who's trying to receive?
Like who exactly, or like the general gist?
I mean, how much do you know?
I know they're gonna have some, like, things with them. I don't really know how to describe it. They frequently pick things up on the dock like that.
Things?
Yeah, like, I don't know, like part flesh, not. I don't.
Like clockwork things.
Yeah. I tend to not try and look at them.
My fear was evidently
Unfortunate.
right.
So, do you know about how much time we'll have?
I mean, it's going to take a little bit to get all the people off.
I mean, are they due to arrive at the same time?
I don't know. I don't know if they're here already.
So they're not arriving on boat. It's not like a transfer of a boat situation. They are already here.
I don't know if the people receiving are going by boat or not.
Okay.
Okay.
Boats come and go all the time. I can only track so much.
Right.
I know which boat has the people on it, and that's it. I generally don't worry about the other things.
Okay. Well, so we gotta work fast.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we going? Where are we taking these people?
To my shop.
Okay.
Which is about, if we're sprinting, 10 minutes.
And about how many people?
15,
Okay.
Could be more.
varying ages.
So why is it gonna take long? Are they like gonna be chained up and stuff?
Yes.
Mm.
Will they be chained together or separately?
I don't know. It depends on who's selling them.
So if they're chained together,
Just get them all up and move as a unit.
yes, and keep them around me. I'll cast another Pass Without Trace, and we'll try to get there quickly but silently.
I mean, I can also help.
I mean, if they're separated as well, it's just freeing them from whatever they're attached to. Because they can run
I'm
in
just
chains.
saying, if it's easier, if they're all connected and there's one base point, then it's easier to just have them all run connected, and
Yes.
we'll attach them later. However, if they're all separately restrained, then that's going to take a little bit more time.
Unfortunately, yes. I can do what I can. I mean, I have, especially with the storm going around, I can cast some magic around.
Any help is appreciated.
To
Wow.
what?
Don't touch the clockwork.
Mm.
If you see any of it, don't touch it. Don't let it touch you.
Got it. Why?
Because it will...
Looking like skeptical, like.
So it likes to try to attach itself to people and try to take over your brain, and
Oh!
yeah.
That sounds horrible.
Yes.
Yeah. I know from first-hand experience, it's not fun.
I mean, if you have some way to, I don't know, conceal yourself so you're not becoming a wanted by them, probably advised as well.
Oh, you mean like wild shape?
Sure.
I mean, that would be a problem guiding people.
Well, I meant more of like some kind of mask, or just make sure your face isn't seen by them, so they can't be like, "Hey, it's that dude."
Oh, no, I don't got anything like that. Generally, I'm the only one, and they don't see my face; they just see my back. So, it's gonna be hard to do this with this many people. It's gonna be good, but
All right. Well, I guess let's keep an eye out. Move quickly. Acid's been known to work pretty well against the clockwork. So if anything with clockwork attacks, that might be a good place to start if you have any sort of spells that use acid.
Okay.
Just thinking out loud.
I can make a wall of water.
I don't know how water works against the clockwork. I know that we've been able to sort of like...
I'm just saying to block.
Slow it. Oh,
I mean, to
block.
slow them down. It's
Yeah,
always an option.
That's generally what I do. And I walk up, make a wall between the people, run.
Alright. So as soon as it gets here, we'll move in.
I have all the components I need as he starts pointing to the rain. Anything you want to add? Maybe make so we're not going under the water?
I mean...
You say they're going to be in an hour, so we generally have a time window.
I mean, would you like Laren and I to get more, better vantage?
I mean, thinking about it, if we can distract the people bringing them off the boat, and then he does a wall between them, we can get back in the water.
It's true. And we could stay down there indefinitely.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just worried about if anyone finds us and watches us. If anyone can see into the water, then we'll be seen and they could just literally walk beside us.
Right.
And I could attempt to do some magic from under the water, but I don't know how well that works.
Yeah.
I have concerns, but if you guys want to give it a try,
I mean...
and then they're just gonna look at you and tell them to be like, I'm down for that.
just
man.
keep in mind, if we're on the other side of the water, I don't know if spells are going to go through a wall of water, so we may not be able to help.
Try. So technically, not really. It's about 10 feet high.
So over the...
20 feet in diameter. I can make a ring if we want to ring them off. That's a 20 foot. I can. It's also 20 feet. I mean, it can make it 10 feet high and a foot thick, and 30 feet long.
So, probably, I mean, I can shoot over, but I don't know how well my aim's going to be through a wall of water.
It's gonna probably not do so well enough. You know.
So I don't know how much help me and Morena are going to be able to do if you guys get into a tight spot.
So all I know, because most people don't really attack the wall, is if they do, fire doesn't work so well. Ice will cause the wall to freeze a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You can then break part of the wall.
Okay.
And then it won't fill. So if someone's able to, if they are able to freeze it and break a hole, then they'll just have a hole in the wall.
Gotcha.
Is there a way to add acid into the water? Would it still be effective?
That would be really cool, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
I should work on that. Hold on a little book.
Acid in water.
Since we're here, can I do another perception check, just sort of looking around?
Yep.
That's a 25.
And you look around, and as you look around more, you see somebody walk down the dock, and they're not alone. You see a hooded figure and 2 clockwork displacer beasts following right behind him. As he's heading down the dock.
Like, towards us?
He's heading, like, you guys are on some bus, so let's say the dock, it's really hard to, that's the dock, that's the dock, that's the dock, that's the boardwalk. You guys are here. You guys are about some boxes here, if you guys can, so everyone can see. You guys are about boxes here. There's the boardwalk, there's some docks, there's a ship and a ship. They are headed this way on the boardwalk. So they're not close to you. They are, I mean, somewhat. They're about 15 feet away.
Ooh, that's not very far.
I mean, but they're not close enough. 15 from the edge of the boxes.
Uh,
So they're about 20 They're about 20, going more like 20, about 25 feet away from you guys, because a 10-foot.
Can they hear any sound coming out of this? I don't know.
Let me check.
I don't
the
know
hut.
too much about that.
Don't remember if the hut blocks sound, but I can check that real quick. The can't pass through the dome. Atmosphere is comfortable and dry. No, I don't. It doesn't block sound.
Okay.
It just makes the air comfortable and dry and clean, but
I'm gonna sort of.
it's also dimly lit in there. It can't be bright. It's just dim lit.
I'm gonna do
Focus
one of
on it.
these and sort of point out.
Solomon's gonna be like, as he looks at the clockwork display, he's like, he's gonna like look over and go. As you see, if you'd like to pull up a picture of a Displacer Beast,
Displacer. DISPLACIR.
Dang, we should have bought those Displacer Piece
CIAR.
minis we found.
and we don't.
Yeah, there you
And they look like that except for the little more biomechanical clockwork.
No,
go. They're
not
neato.
cool.
They're neato.
So they're like half clockwork, half not.
We may have already missed our window to get there first. Gonna look back to
Rhonda.
Drondra. Is the boat here? Do you see it?
She's like looking up in the sky. Should have like another 15 minutes. Especially in this rain, we might have an extra 15. The waves are real choppy out there.
Do we know where it's gonna dock?
Just gonna point like at a. Just gonna point over here. So they're headed that way. The dock is believed gonna dock there.
Okay. Did we want to head over there now? Or wait a little bit longer and maybe try to meet the ship?
I mean, you're talking about possibly trying to maybe defeat the Displacer Beast beforehand. They're awfully close. Heading over there now, before it gets up there.
I'm talking about getting to the boat before they do.
Boat's not here yet.
I
Boat's
know.
maybe a half hour out.
Okay, but if they start walking back this way, maybe we should head over there.
I guess.
Try
I
to
mean,
beat them to the punch.
an option, yeah. I mean, do we? There's the option of trying to take out the pillars underneath the docks where they are to either separate them from us or take them under.
For the moment, I'm gonna keep an eye on them. If somebody can keep an eye on the dock, and as soon as the ship arrives, we'll make our way over there.
All right. I mean, Solomon's like, I can look at the dock. Like,
Just
I'm
passive.
not gonna lie. He's like, I'm not gonna lie. It's like real bright right now. As you guys are like, it's nighttime. I can see like
Oh, that's right. Twilight.
way down there. Do you want to like be able to see better?
That would be helpful.
How about one moment? It's gonna pop it, so you can magically give the benefit of dark vision with no maximum range to any number of creatures they can see within 10 feet, and it lasts for 10 minutes. You now have the eyes of the night.
Okay.
So now you have dark vision, but now it's like after a certain point it just cut off, and now it's just
Okay.
your eyes you blink for a little bit. For someone who doesn't have dark vision, you're not like.
So we'd be able to even see the boat coming from the horizon at this point then.
Yep. If it comes in the next 10 minutes, he
Yeah.
can do this 4 more times. If you're within range of him.
So after I adjust, I'm gonna try to keep track of where the hooded figure and the clockwork display trees are.
You gonna follow after them or no?
I'm not gonna follow. I'm gonna try to.
Okay, so after a while, they will get to a point where they're going to begin to curve around.
Okay.
And you're no longer able to see them because there are buildings and other boxes.
Okay, I'm gonna keep my eyes focused that direction and keep an eye out specifically for them or anybody
Would that be the
else.
only direction they can come back from that area?
Unless they do a big old loopy.
Okay.
So then where you're going to spend time waiting, after a while you don't see anything. How many times do you like him to burn this? He gets 5 per long rest.
I would like him to burn it.
Until things happen?
Yes.
Okay, so so that would be, we'll say he'll have to burn 2 more.
Okay.
Because in the,
That'd be 30 minutes.
roughly.
Yeah.
So roughly 30 minutes is you see the boat begin to pull up into the harbor.
Should we make our way over there now?
Sure.
Is that how you usually do things, Strandra?
I mean, I try and let them dock so then they can't try and get out of the harbor.
Okay.
And let them tie up.
Okay.
And then we move.
Gotcha. So we'll wait until then.
Are you still keeping an eye out in that general direction?
Mhm.
Okay. Roll me a perception. So I still gotta look. It may be.
It's a 17.
Okay. You do not see anything yet.
Okay.
As they begin to tie up and finish, you see a person come down. It's a large man with a heavy, not like coat, but like cloak. And the glints that you can see with the dark vision and everything, you see large tusks. Appears to be a half-orc. He has cuts all over his body, but he's wearing studded leather. And yeah, hood's up. He's like, "Alright, you skeevies, come out." As you see men, women, child, old, young, all eclectic, different races, make their way. The boat is roughly like not really a little bit, I don't know the technical, maybe a schooner. So it's a decent sized boat. It's not super big. It's not like a giant cargo ship. It's more of, it can fit if you make 15 people lay down on the bottom of a boat, and the hold is, they would fit. And then there's the crew area up top and another captain's area. So it's not a big boat. So you see these people begin coming out and then latched together.
Maybe we should wait for them to walk towards us. That way we're not backed in on a dock. If the clockwork comes back, we're not backed in on a dock. We have a route of escape. If they come up on the dock, then at least we have a way to retreat, as opposed to getting stuck on the dock.
I think that's a good idea, and we're mostly following our friend's lead here who's done this before.
Yeah, but I've never had to fight those things.
We have.
Okay, good. I'll leave that to you then.
Can I make another perception?
He's looking around and goes, "Okay."
Nat 20.
Oof.
With that, even with the rain, you hear a slight of clockwork way off in the distance. With that, the rain is drowning it, so you don't get an exact positioning, but you still hear it when you ordinarily wouldn't. Ron goes, "Okay, it looks like the Black Powder Gang. So that means they're going to be tied together. Base case scenario. Okay. Yep, 15. He's like counting. There they are. Okay. Give it about 5 minutes from they get off the dock.
Okay.
Because they're being latched together. Right. So then when they put down the gangplank and start making it there, then you're good to go. I can make the distraction. Generally, there's going to be one in front. They're going to let everyone off, and then the next one behind is going to come behind. So if I can make the wall in between the back and the group, we just have one person to take care of.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if you're against lethal force. I don't think you are.
That's great. If you can position the wall so that if they're coming up the dock and can position the wall of water between the top where the dock meets the boardwalk, and block off the last guy.
Mm-hmm.
Then we can handle the front, and we'll still have an escape route if clockwork beasts come back, because I do hear them.
Okay.
I could also throw in some acid splashes. That would help.
Maybe if the clockwork gets close, that would be a wise idea. As of right now, we're trying to keep our distance from them as much as possible.
As long as they are 1 foot apart, this will work. You see him stand up. Okay. He puts on his leather armor. You see him pull out a shield and a scimitar. I mean, if we need, I can do stuff.
Okay.
All right. So, I need Sorn Thunderfist to make a strength check.
Okay.
Because you were under the... You and Lyra went out, right?
No.
No, that's right, no.
No.
I don't know what I'm thinking. So I make a strength check. I was thinking like, oh, you're under the water, and you move the boxes. No, my brain mixed two things together. You just still make a strength to push the boxes.
That's a natural 20.
In a way that doesn't make them collapse and noticeable, but everyone can get out instead of having to be like, whoop, whoop, whoop.
Now, did he understand what I was saying about? Did you understand what I was
Yeah,
saying?
you wait until they get to the boardwalk,
Right.
and then use the pretty much this. That.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
So with a natural 20, you over on the side where they can't see, you make a hole, so you guys don't have to try and one at a time.
Right.
You can now move 2 at a time, and everyone can get out much quicker.
Mm-hmm.
So when would you like to move?
Would it be beneficial to have me and Morena go out first and go to
give
the
me
right,
your orders.
and
Are you going 2 by 2? Because right now you have 6.
That's what we're about to find out.
Yeah.
And we go to the right, to the far right. That way we can, as soon as we get the back guy, because I'm assuming they're going to another boat docked further down, so we can start getting people back while you and Lyran handle the other guy.
Okay.
And we can also help from long range.
Okay.
Yeah. You want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Morena and I'll go out first, and we'll go to the right. We're gonna pass. I don't have pass without trace up still, do I? Okay.
You 2 need to stealth.
We'll need to stealth. We're gonna pass, and then let them come out afterward.
So Lyra and the Sorn are on way.
Well, do we want to move after he throws up the wall so then it's a charge in?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So then it was... So should he go out first to throw up the wall? You guys go out, then we charge the first dude? Or do you want us to charge the first dude first? You guys come out so you can direct people.
That'll work. Yeah, that'll work. If
Okay.
you guys go out first, and then me and Morena go out.
So we'll send our friend out first so that he can throw up the wall the second that wall is up. So do we want to send him and Solomon? No, Solomon has to stay in the hut to say his...
Dronder goes, I can cast it 60 feet away.
Oh, okay.
I'm
then
good
never mind.
here.
Okay.
If you want me to wait.
So as soon as the wall goes up, Lyran and I would charge out to take on the first dude to see if we can eliminate him. As we are going out to do that, you guys are coming out to direct the people towards a different direction.
Yes, we'll take them to the far right, back towards your place.
What should I do? Solomon looks.
Do you want him to help you guys in case more show
As a
up?
line of defense?
Yeah, because she and I can long range.
They have more of us behind the group
Yes.
in case things start coming towards us.
Yeah.
Alright. Make sure that you're a cleric, so make sure you are ready to heal as much as again. If the clockwork get through, they will deal damage. A lot of it.
Alright. I can do that.
So as much as you can hit, make sure that you are ready for that.
Okay.
Because I'd rather not lose anyone today.
So after doing this quickly, you notice that they are beginning to walk off of the gangplank onto the actual dock themselves. And beginning to slowly walk, you see the half-orc is up front. You see in front of him he has a hooded lantern and then a short sword out. As he walks up, he begins to look around. I don't see him. Keep going anyways. You hear from the boat as it begins to come down. It appears to be... You're teetering on the end of the thing. It appears to be a hobgoblin. Then he walks down and they begin to do it. Dronder waits for your signal. As soon as you tell him to release it, he has the point.
Okay.
So, whenever you're...
Does it look like the hobgoblin is following a foot behind?
Give or take.
Okay.
Okay. So as soon as they get to where the docks meet the boardwalk, towards the back end of the group, I'm going to have him bring it up between the hobgoblin and the rest of the...
So we'll go through the first round, then we'll take a break, and we'll get back into the rescue. So he releases it immediately. As soon as you say, he's like, oh, and here we go! And he will bring it up, causing the hobgoblin to cry out his name. He's like, Drondra's here! As the water wall goes up. And you begin, so I need you to make... You said you're going out stealthily, right?
They're going first.
I know, you're making stealth.
Were you stealthily going out?
I mean, if you guys are going out, it doesn't really matter what we're
Okay.
doing. They're going to be
Because
fine.
your goal is to get the refugee's attention to come this way.
Yes.
Okay, so
Because about how far away are we?
you from the boardwalk, you're about 25 feet.
Okay, so I can get there in my movement.
Yes, so can Larry. So you both go out, and Solomon can get there.
Yes.
You all can get there. So you all begin to rush out as the word goes, they're not alone! And what are you going to do? You get there first because you have the most speed. You can get there with one.
I mean, I'm going to...
Okay. Roll your attack.
That's a natural 20.
All right, roll that.
Alright, let's see, that's 2d8s.
The people are audibly being like, what? And like cowering together.
Be 17 points of damage.
All right. He is down.
Oh, he's down?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have to do the second one?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
It's just to do.
He's a half-orc. He could have been...
So, are you doing a kill or a knockout?
Well, he said lethal force. So.
That's your choice, then.
He's
Yeah, okay,
he's
he's
a
dead.
slave trader. I'm not worried about his feelings too much.
So he is dead. So Liren and Solomon will immediately turn and face the other way down the docks and wait. With Solomon's passive, he's going to notice that 8, 2 displacer beasts, 5 clockwork hellhounds, and that person in the cloak are heading towards you.
From which direction?
From back down the dock that they were. So
Okay,
they're
so
coming back.
you and I we're gonna run over to the group of chained people, and we're gonna say, "Follow us. We're gonna get you out of here."
Roll a persuasion with advantage.
Because you
Do I
have
have
what's
to
his
flip it
face.
as well?
No, they are terrified. Dronder Cox has come out at this point, but he's concentrating.
It's only 14.
Oof.
They believe you.
I'm
They just saw a big man. They're concerned. They're like, okay, just, is he gonna kill us?
No.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, she and I are gonna lead them towards there, and I'm gonna like signal to you guys to bring up the rear of the group, so that way you guys are the blocking force, and she and I can do long range if needed, and while we're leading the group away.
Okay, give me one perception check in the direction you're headed.
Come on, something good. That's 27.
You notice, coming from the other side of the docks, 3 more hellhounds with one other person.
Okay.
They're a bit away.
How far are we?
So if you are just now taking them away, are you heading straight down the boardwalk?
Just having seen them, do I see any side roads?
There
side
are.
streets?
You kind of have the open area by the wharf, where there's things like boxes and things. It's not really like a super crowd, especially because no one's around.
Okay.
But they are only about 50 feet away because they round a corner.
Okay.
So they have spotted you with everyone else.
But there's
Yeah.
other directions and options.
Yes.
Okay. So I am going to say try to stay as close to me as you can, and I'm gonna pop that second pass without trace.
And that is where we're going to take our biggity briggity break.
Briggity.
So we will be right back to see how well everything goes. Stay tuned. And welcome back. As the chase is beginning. So let's switch over to the board. Oh boy. Good luck, everybody. Initiative has been rolled, so we'll get right into it. As there's the situation at hand.
On foot.
Yes, on foot. So, just move this so it's a little better. There we go. And first in the initiative order is the displacer pieces. As they move the 100 feet gap in between you guys. And are now on top of Solomon and Lyran. That is their turn, though. They dashed. So they are there. So they enter into the board. At large. The displacer beasts have moved in. That's their turn, though. Next is Cal.
Was that just those displacer beasts?
Yes or no? You do not see displacer beasts on the other side.
Gotcha. Okay. So
Yet.
seeing these people in front of us, are they there within 60 feet?
Which people?
The ones that are in front of me and Morena. The ones I just saw.
No, they're 50 feet away.
Okay. I'm going to cast darkness centered on the cloak of the individual.
Counterspell.
Okay.
Bonus action, do it again.
You begins to enshroud as he just points at the hand that's using the cast at you and shuts it off.
Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna say, okay, let's just start going and run down that way while yelling at the 15 people behind us to follow.
You're gonna go down?
Yeah.
For those at home, this block right here, that is the area they were sitting in. Roughly. So you're gonna head this way?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Okay. The next is Sorn.
I really don't want to bunch up though. Well,
Heat
yes.
is on.
Yeah, well, I guess I'm going to rage. And I guess I will head over to the closest displacer beast.
On your 40?
Yeah, I got 40.
You could flank.
Okay, well, I'll flank.
You can make it to flank.
Before I get flanked by hellhounds.
Okay.
That is a...
Oh, disadvantage. They're spreading. I forgot to, for people at home, if you never do displacer beasts, remember they have the two of them there.
Doesn't that take an action? You said
No.
their whole...
It is, they can activate it as they move. They just project whenever they have their turn. If you to bring it back, like if you disrupt it.
It was a 15 plus 9.
Yeah, that's a hit. Didn't really matter. I just do it.
Yeah.
So first,
It's 12.
no damage.
Yeah.
Alright.
Sorry. 14, because I'm raging.
Okay. 14 damage. And you want to do your second attack?
Yeah.
Disadvantage. Oh, you hit it so you don't have disadvantage. Just get regular. You make contact, so the shadow goes away.
Okay, so then it's back.
Now you have. Yeah, now you have.
Because I'm flanking it.
Yeah.
That's natural 20.
Okay. Bump, bump. Bump, bump.
13, and I'm going to pump a charge into that one.
Okay.
So yeah, the displacer beasts. It's another 3.
So 6. Okay. It does not appear happy that you have done that.
I can't imagine it's happy.
It's now the cloaked figure's turn. Well, both of them coming towards you. As one is what's his movement? Able to close the distance without using his full action, and he is going to attempt to slow Sorn. He's make a wisdom save. Oh, it's up to 6 creatures in a cube.
So Solomon and Lyra enough to as
It's
well.
it is a
And the displacer beasts? Because
it's a 40-foot. It's a 40-foot cube. So
Oh my God.
he can drop it somewhere.
Oh, that's bad.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So if he drops it, 5, 10, 15, 20, 40. He's gonna leave you alone.
Okay.
Literally everyone else
Wisdom saves?
needs to make wisdom saves.
Okay.
You're the only one unaffected.
I rolled a 19 just in case.
Oh, that's
I made
cocked.
a 5.
That's cocked and that sucks.
You're slowed.
It's a 10 from Lyran.
Slowed.
Her first one was a cock 20.
Oh.
Yeah. Solomon's is an 11.
Slowed.
Come on, Cal. Come on, Cal. Don't screw up.
Drondra is not.
Cal's is a 10.
Slowed. And the people. Not one. They're slow. So you guys know, slow. You get a -2 penalty to your AC and dex saving throws, and you can't use reactions. On your turn, you can either use your action or bonus action, regardless of magic items. Also, if you have a spell that takes a casting time of 1 action, roll a d20. 11 or higher. It doesn't take effect until the creature's next turn. You may use your action on that turn to complete the spell. If you can't, then the spell is wasted. You can make another wisdom save on each of your turns to stop it. Your movement's not affected. Oh, no, sorry. By half. I mean, not affected. Like, you're still able to move. You just move half your speed. Does that make sense for everybody?
Yep.
Is slow concentration?
Yes.
Okay.
It is. But for right now, you're slowed. Everyone. Except for Soren. And Drondra. Yay!
And the displacer beasts.
Yeah, because they're outside the range. So that's that one's turn. The other one also arrives, and he is going to cast Fireball. So Fireball is
Ah, yes. Kill your livestock.
Better than you having him. So, yeah. He's gonna 20-foot radius sphere. So, 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, yep. So everyone except for Jonah all had dexterity saving throw. Well, this group.
Yeah.
The other group's
And
fine.
it's disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
It's set drawn.
Jondra's fine. But she succeeds. So he's going to take half. So
I assume I also succeed. Above a 20 for both.
yeah. So evasion will kick in?
Yes.
We'll take none.
So dexterity will be -2.
No,
roll
it's
for
your
advantage.
AC is -2.
Yeah.
But you roll dexterity disadvantage. So you're going to roll twice and take the lower.
You gotta do Lyran and Solomon, don't you?
No.
No, they're
outside
not
the
affected. It's only 20-foot
Yeah.
radius.
Oh, I thought you said that.
No.
Oh, 5 plus dexterity.
Yes.
It's a 9.
Yeah.
All right. So, let me roll that damage.
You gotta roll for the people.
Can I do Ring of Evasion?
Yeah, you can, and you succeed. So you'll take half. Okay, if they don't roll lower, they will actually succeed. They rolled lower, so they will fail. So I'm gonna roll damage. You're gonna have some issues. Yeah, the initiative was rolled. It was just like, ooh, the spellcasters did really well. So let me get those ready. So it's none, half, and full. Got it. So I will. You just disregard this then.
Yeah, I am.
As even you see Cal, who's even slowed, somehow sees the fireball going off and is like, no. You take 9 points of damage. Drondra takes 9 points of damage. The people take 18. I rolled 4 ones.
So how many people die?
I just say they're just people.
Which I am going to roll for that one, but it could have been worse. Because it's getting divided between 15 people.
Oh.
Why?
Oh.
Only one.
This is still problematic.
One person is caught in the blast and dies.
Sorry, just double checking.
they're
I
all
took
connected.
9 points of damage.
Yep, 9 points of fire damage.
Okay.
That was literally some of the lowest fireball damage I have ever seen.
Oh,
A bunch of ones. Alright. After this is the captain's turn.
They don't run.
Yep. They're going to attempt to follow you with their quartered speed.
One dead person in quartered speed.
They pick up the child.
Of course it was a child, you monster.
Duh.
It's the one with the lowest HP.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
a shared HP pool, so it's going to go
Yeah.
all the children first. 5, 10, 15. So that's their movement. Next is the Woofy Boys.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
So are the wolves in front of the displacer beasts?
They have a 70-foot movement on their own, so they're spending their turns to do this.
Well, I was just saying because you said the displacer beasts used 100 feet to get.
Yeah, no,
That
they're using
far.
their full thing. They have 70, so they still have to use both their actions, but that's why they're able to get places that the displacer beasts had to go straight for. Because the hellhounds... There we go. The hellhounds have 70, so it's 140 feet of movement. So that's where they are now. Lyran's turn.
All right.
half movement, one action.
And either one action or one bonus action,
Yes.
but not both. Okay.
And at the end of... Oh, they're going to make a save. Sorry, the captives do. They succeed. The captives are no longer slowed.
And at the end of turn to make a save, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And you're no longer slowed if you succeed.
Lyrian. She is going to.
That's Lyran. For those at home, we have new babies for them.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. Can I have her move down 2 so that she's technically flanking with Thorn?
Technically, by the rules of the straight line, yeah.
Okay.
So it should still be within.
She would leave one's range, though.
Oh, so it would be attack of opportunity.
One, though.
Okay. So her AC would be 16.
Gotcha, and it's just an attack of opportunity, so it's not too bad. That's a miss.
Alright.
She takes her shield and she blocks the dagger-filled tentacle.
So she's going to use her Sword of Divine Banishment.
Ah!
And that's going to be over 20.
That's a hit.
Okay. So
This is on the other one. Ooh.
Shiny pretty good.
is it technically a fiend or undead? Or would it be construct?
It is a construct monstrosity.
Okay.
Monstrosities, ladies and gentlemen. Brought from your nightmares into reality.
And I'm sorry, I don't normally play Lyran. Is it 1d8 plus 7 plus 1d8 radiant?
Pretty sure.
It doesn't specify on there. That's why I'm...
Yes.
Okay. So it's going to be 16 plus 7, 22 plus... So 29 points of damage, and 6 of that's radiant. That matters. And then wisdom save. That's at 14.
Wins.
Okay.
So how much damage in total?
You said 29.
29.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
what I was like. I need to make sure I got that right. So yeah, technically all of you have advantage, or anyone within 10 foot, which is no one now, also has advantage on fear and psychic attacks. But that's no one, just her.
Okay.
So yeah. Yay!
Yeah.
I mean, that's still pretty good. Matched
Yeah.
almost. And she succeeded, so she's no longer slowed.
Okay.
Morena, you're up. Whenever you want. You have 15 feet of movement, and you can cast a single spell.
How close is what's the closest enemy?
Well, that's you. Those are enemies. Those are enemies. The big guy's a friend.
Okay.
All I need is a friend.
What you do?
Gonna introduce to you my friend.
It's like fireball.
Which would be a fair thing to do. Kind of.
You fireball me, I fireball you.
Kind of.
Hmm.
If she would know.
Yeah.
Was the wisdom save for frightening? For being frightened? or
No.
slow?
I'm just letting you know in case something happens.
Okay.
Because some of
No, the one that she had succeeded, that was for the slowed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no
So
fighting.
Lyran is no longer
no,
slowed.
no. I was asking about because of Steps of the Brave.
Are they using? Yeah.
They're within any spell you have.
Okay.
Except for
I wanna
touch.
Cast a witch bolt.
Which one?
Um.
You have 3 dogs and a person who is casting spells at you.
Are the hellhounds mechanical, or are they...
Which
Or-
bolt? I mean, yeah.
Well, no, I just meant in general.
These are all clockwork hellhounds.
Okay, just making sure.
You get the distinct impression these are the forge.
At the person.
You're casting at the transmuter. Okay, roll the attack, which does not get disadvantage.
Oh, it's
You gotta roll the attack first, and make sure you hit.
D20.
Yeah, so you're gonna roll a d20 and then add your spell modifier.
Plus 9.
14.
Oh, I hit.
This is D12.
No.
This is one.
Yeah.
So with that, you can just, for mechanical purposes, with Witch Bolt, you don't have to use your spell attack anymore. Every turn you can just do more and more and more damage to him without worrying about it. You said 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Make your wisdom save, please.
That's a 9. Yeah.
Still slow.
With you have any plus on your wisdom? No, just checking.
Solomon's turn. He is
Okay.
still slowed.
He is going to action channel divinity, do the Twilight Sanctuary. So there's a sphere centered on him, 30-foot radius filled with dim light. It moves with him and lasts for a minute. Whenever a creature ends its turn in the sphere, I can grant that creature either ending an effect causing it to be charmed or frightened, or give it 1d8 temporary hit points. So that would include Liren and Sorn.
You can, that is a rotational thing, so you don't have to demand it now. You don't declare it now. I would really hope everyone at home watching this episode would assume that she's not going. Solomon would be like,
But here's my question, because I never played this character. Can I give it to both of them, or is it?
it's anybody who ends their turn that you deem as
So
a
it
friendly.
doesn't start automatically.
No, they have to
Okay.
end their turn,
Okay.
but with 30-foot radius, like from 30 foot.
Okay. I'll just need to remember that I was going to give him temporary hit points.
Yep.
And then wisdom save.
Make the wisdom save.
What is a cleric? Right?
19.
That is an obvious success.
I was gonna say, which is a cleric. I hope is decent.
So last initiative order is your good old buddy Drondra, who rolled a 1. He's gonna drop the water. And he's gonna go, I'm sorry, big guy. And he's gonna cast Wall of Stone where you are. So, he is going to push you technically in between the two Displacer Beasts, which is going to push you because, I mean, if you'd like to use your reaction to get, I'll allow this because it's not worded anything that has to do with this, so I'm making a DM call. If you'd like to use your reaction to push yourself and be next to Solomon, I'll allow it. Because he gets to decide which side you get pushed on.
Okay.
So he's going to literally summon a wall of stone and push you here. So your reaction would end there.
Okay.
So now, this is gone. The hobgoblin that couldn't see anything is now like, what the? As there is a... That's probably not the best color for that.
Yeah, it's gonna be easily to see though.
Yeah.
That's true. It's not a firewall.
Firewall.
Fire rock.
Let me make sure I get the exact length. It is... Okay. So... So these are very thin panels of stone. Like, they are... they were technically 10 foot by 20 foot. So they are about 3 inches thick, and they're technically held up by small supports on the bottom, but there is a very large wall of stone that is 10 feet high right there.
Okay.
Which, thinking about it, he will make them 1.5 inches thick. They're easily breakable, but there is now a wall separating that group from you.
I imagine I'll take an action for them to try and break through, so it's easy.
You'd be correct. Wall of Stone, level 5th spell. Pretty good. You see him holding a small block of just granite. And he is concentrating on that. That's his turn. Top of the round, let's place your beasts. They're going to attempt to jump it. It's only 10 feet high.
They're in front of it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm getting confused by all the minis.
I know. There's too many.
If you'd like to donate and make sure I can actually have minis of the monsters they fight, please consider subscribing. Or sending us money through bits. Or donations. Everything
Or
else.
buying merch.
Or buying merch.
Or you can send money directly to me.
No, wait, hold on.
No.
Now, hold on a
So
second.
I can get more shiny
What's that
Click-Clacks.
Venmo? So displacer beasts are going to the one displacer beast can use bonus action to separate again. And he's gonna attempt to hit you. He's gonna do
Me or
the one up top is gonna try and hit you each once. The one on the bottom is gonna try and hit Liren twice. The one Hellhound is not encapsulated, just so you know. There's one Hellhound free. So first 2 attacks, which none of you have actually everyone, no one's slowed. You all get your full ACs.
Oh, why?
Because no one getting attacked right now is slowed.
Why?
Solomon succeeded.
I was
I
never slowed.
haven't gotten back to my turn.
No, displace your beast. You're not over there.
I was never slowed. Solomon beat his wisdom save, and Liren beat her wisdom save.
Oh,
What are you confused on?
I was acting like I was slowed. Okay.
No, you, Cal, are slowed.
Right.
Solomon was until the end of his turn. Now they're not.
Right.
So nat 1 on the first attack.
Sorry, you said no one was slowed. That's why I was like, wait a minute, we're still slowed.
No one over there getting attacked.
Yeah. Okay.
So first attack's a nat 1. Odds or evens?
Odds.
He just one tentacle goes into the ground and is stuck. Second attack, though, will hit Solomon. But it's 1 attack each.
Oh, I thought you were saying he. Never mind.
He won that. His 2 tentacles. He had multiple
Oh,
tentacles.
no, I thought you were saying both were hitting me and the other 2 were both hitting Liren.
No, 1 on each of you, and then. So that will be a whopping 8 points of damage against Solomon.
Okay.
And then the 2 are going to attack. Well, the other one's going to attack Liren twice. It's another nat 1. Odds or evens?
Odds.
That tentacle is also stuck in the ground. So. And her AC is a.
Liren's is 18.
That's a hit. That will be 14 points of damage.
Okay.
Do you need to do Solomon's health on my phone?
No, it's fine. I've got a Word document.
Oh, okay.
It's cool.
This is now Cal's turn, who is slowed.
Yeah. So I'm going to move my 15 feet straight down. Use my action to Eldritch Blast. Gonna do 1 beam on the spellcaster, and another one on the closest.
The bottom Hellhound.
Yes, the
Gotcha.
bottom Hellhound. First one is over 20.
That's different hit.
Second one, I rolled 219 naturally, so they're both over 20.
You know, it doesn't hit the displacer beast.
At a 27, I sure hope so.
This one's made of pure animanti.
I sure hope
The
so.
dude? Because she's aiming at a dude and a hellhound.
Although both minimum damage. So the spellcaster's going to take 7, and then the other one's going to take 6. And then wisdom save.
Let's see, you're slowed.
Yeah, I'm still slowed. It's a 9.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's alright. You just hate me, that's all.
That's not fair. Yep.
I'm gonna try and hit the top displacer beast. If he's still there.
Yeah, this is now with disadvantage because you got pushed.
Oh, because it's the...
Yeah.
Because it's not the
They have not moved.
You phrased that and I was like, because I got pushed, I guess?
No, because he used his action, with his bonus action to do that.
18.
That's a hit. Roll that damage on the first hit. Next up after Sorn is going to be Liren, so.
Okay.
That's a 12 for the first hit.
Okay.
So I did hit it, so now is it...
Yeah, you guys regular roll.
That's 19.
Yeah, it's going to be a hit. You fought these before. You should know a 19 hits.
I know, I'm just saying. It's a 19. I wasn't going to...
Does a 20,000 hit? No.
That's another 10. It's going to make a dex save.
Of
17.
he fails.
3.
Roll 6. Okay, he's looking pretty beat up.
I just need to get to level 10, so I changed to 2d6.
That'd be nice.
Sitting at that 9th level. I'm like, come on!
As you hit it and the electricity strikes it, you hear as it overclocks itself.
Ow.
Is that a reaction?
It's a special. It's a legendary, technically. By all means, it just happens. It's like a special action.
I wasn't sure if it was something that triggers it or...
Nope, it's when it falls below a certain amount of health.
Well, that's what I mean. That would be the trigger. Is it
Yeah.
falls under a certain amount of health.
And it just
happens.
overclocks. The lightning's what did it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, it is not that's next player.
Oh,
There's still
okay,
people to go. I'm
gotcha.
just letting you prepare Lyra's
Okay.
turn. So, it's going to be the 2 spellcasters' turn. And, 1 spellcaster can't see anything. So he literally
You end your turn, so you get 1d8 temporary hit points.
you did.
So you get 4 temporary hit points.
Woohoo! It's gonna cast Blink on himself.
Ooh.
Is that a teleport thing?
The best he can do.
I want to see how this turns out.
Yep. He needs to roll a d20. So yeah. He disappears from existence for the turn. Which
Is that where you pass through the different dimensions?
he goes to the ethereal plane,
Yeah, that.
which is in conjunction to now this is where I gotta think. Would that cause concentration to be broken? The ethereal plane is still connected to the material plane. You just can't see him. This is an interesting question, and I don't know why I put myself through this. I didn't have to do this, but I'm trying to think logically, and he has no way around. He cannot teleport. For right now, it doesn't really affect anybody. For that guy, so we can come back to that. Only person right now it affects is Cal and Morena. So we'll go to the other one, who sees you trying to run away doing that, and he's going to cast Polymorph on Cal.
Make a wisdom
Wisdom
save.
save.
Yep.
It's a 5.
You turn into a cat.
Well,
Still slowed. And a cat.
So a lazy cat.
so when I make the save, do I use a cat stats or my own? Technically, it would be my own, right?
For a wisdom save?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You just get the physical attributes.
Cool.
Because you are still, polymorph doesn't change your what? Let me get that exact.
Because I know with wild shape you get different stats.
No, yes, it is replaced.
Okay.
Cats are wise.
Totally. As you hear that one say, "We've found Cal." So
Cat mine.
Captain's turn. What do you say, Cat Mike?
Cat mine.
They have their 30 feet to move.
Pick up the cat. Right?
They're going to see you.
It drops. You can only affect and be affected by other creatures on the ethereal plane, so I would interpret that as drop.
Yeah. So you're no longer slowed.
Okay.
Well, you're a cat.
Meow.
And the people are surrounding you.
Pets. Purr.
You have the mental statistics of a cat.
Okay.
So you have no cognitive understanding of really what's happening. Your cat is frightening.
Oh no.
Hellhound's turn. Or Hellhounds are going to attempt to somehow break Stone Slab. Finding these are always... Oof! Stone's got a high AC! It's lessened because of the thinness, but it's still a pretty high AC. I don't know how they're going to break this. They're going to just try and hit it. First one misses. Does not break AC. Second one does not break AC. Third one does not break AC. Does any of them break AC? Fourth one does hit the AC. How much damage is it going to do? Not that much. 2. The one that is not caught into that is going to use its howl. So technically, with the howl, it's the team with its howl, because it can hit with the sound, like the sound, the bell is what's causing it. So, and the constructs are not affected. So, and the guys on the ethereal plane, man, that's a lot to keep track of. Why did I do this to myself? So, everyone needs to make wisdom saves.
Natural 20.
Oh, that's your 20.
Hey!
Leon got a 15.
Okay, that succeeds.
I was about to roll the wrong dice. Solomon, nat 1.
Okay, it's a save, so it doesn't cause critical.
And I gotta roll as a cat.
Well, if it doesn't cause critical, then would he still get to use his bonus?
What do you mean?
Because you said it's a wisdom save.
You know, nat 1 doesn't.
Critical.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to make the save.
I'm just checking.
So do I guess I just add the wisdom modifier on a cat?
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's the same as my own.
Yeah, so yeah, it wouldn't do any different.
That's a 4.
You are affected. Have you taken damage?
Me as Cal? No.
As the cat.
Oh no.
So yeah. Has anyone been hit?
No.
Solomon and Lyran both have.
But Lyran got a...
Except for that, no.
Yeah, you said she passed.
Yeah, so
Solomon's the only one that
Solomon's the
would
only one that's going to take damage.
Yeah.
Everyone else is fine. We roll for the people. They succeeded. Yay! It's not going terribly for you.
It's just going sort of badly, not awfully, horribly bad.
He takes 14 points of psychic damage.
Okay. Wait.
Is he resistant to psychic? I don't believe he is.
No, I don't think so. There's something. Okay, maybe I'm thinking so. There's a lot to keep track of.
Liren has the ability to... Wait. No, he is not within 10 feet of Liren's sword.
Yeah, I know.
The sword would help with that. But he's not close enough.
Lyrian hasn't gone yet, so she hasn't
Okay,
gotten 10
so you
hit
said
points.
14?
So, the other Hellhound's turns. Hi there!
Sorcerer standing by herself that hasn't moved.
I cap.
You are surrounded. He's going to attack the people.
I cap.
Good job, you are. So, first attack on Marina Tracy, like an 18?
Pardon?
20 bajillion?
Yes, it's a 17.
17.
The highest AC of a sorcerer possible.
Right? First one hits. Second one trying to bite you. Nat ones. Odds or evens?
Even.
Okay, nothing happens. So it's going to deal. Gonna deal 14 points of damage to you in total.
It's not so bad.
9 of that is fire, and 2 of that is being bitten. Or 5 of that's being bitten, sorry.
Okay.
So, ahem. Attacking the people with no armor.
So what does that make their AC? 0?
Somehow, still missed. Even wearing clothes and rags, your base AC is 11.
Okay.
Rolled under an 11. Somehow.
Good job, people.
They're
You,
like- they're
you
like,
keep
"No!"
protecting that cute little cat there.
They know it's you. They can see and have object
It's a
permanence.
cat with horns.
Lyran, you're-
like a nut. Liren's up. Okay, so Liren is going to action surge.
Mhm.
She is going to.
If she moves 1 inch, she can hit both if she wants to.
She is going to make 2 attacks with for her first action. Make 2 attacks with her sword.
Okay. On which one?
Did you
On
hear
the
what he said that
displacer?
she could step?
I heard what he
Okay,
said. I
I'm
was
just
going
making sure.
to.
Let's just check.
She's gonna make 2 attacks on the one that's on the bottom.
Mhm.
And then her second action, she's going, her second action, she's going to bonus attack with her sword, move, and then cast a spell as an action.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So there's going to be 1 attack opportunity.
Yes.
Technically, it's gone. And you hit that one. Oh, Liren hit that one. You hit the other one. So, it does have its thing up. It is shipping. It's got 2 of it.
So it would be with disadvantage.
First attack will be disadvantage unless you hit. Well,
Okay.
then you hit and the second attack won't be.
Okay, so let
I was
me
like,
let me.
which one did you
I know
hit?
I was trying to do a lot at once, so let me mark that. I'll make the first one disadvantage.
You guys are handling
Oh, I
it a lot
can't
better.
mark it. That's why. Okay, I'll just remember. So lowest is going to be 18.
That's a
Or
hit.
no, lowest is non-natural 20. I apologize. I can't math.
That's a hit.
Okay.
So the second attack will not have
The
to
18
Second
would've hit
attack
too.
is going to be 17.
That's a hit.
Okay.
So roll your 48 plus bunch.
Yeah.
It's almost as if the fighter is comparable to a berry.
Oh, that's not bad. Oh, well, that is bad. Okay, I lied. So it's going to be 16 plus 14, so 30.
Okay.
And then second is going to be
As
the
she
bonus.
does that, she hears the clicking.
Okay, bonus action. It's only a 13. For the bonus action
Oh.
melee.
No.
Okay. So she's going to use her full movement, so she's going to get the attack of opportunity.
It's a natural 20 on the hit.
Okay.
So it's going to. Oh no! Yeah, it only hits with one because it has a free one up.
Yeah, 'cause they both have one stuck in the
They
ground.
both have one, but yeah. But now they're overclocked, so it's not really going to change anything. Unfortunately. She will take 9 points of damage.
Okay. And then she's going to.
You said it's straight down?
Yes, straight down. Her full 30 feet. And she is going to use her action to Ray of Frost, the one that she just was attacking.
Okay.
And that's going to be over 20.
Yeah, that is.
So that's 7 cold damage.
You guys are just racking up these Blazer Beasts.
And that's her turn.
Morena,
Yes.
you're up.
Edward's black tentacles.
So you're going to drop Witch Bolt of Black Tentacles in?
Pardon?
Because you have Witch Bolt up. So you have to drop Witch Bolt and then cast the tentacles.
Yes.
So what does that do? I do not have an encyclopedia memory.
You sure?
Squirming
Most
ebony
things.
tentacles fill a 20-foot square on the ground that you can see within range. For the duration, these tentacles turn the ground in the area into difficult terrain. When a creature enters the affected area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, the creature must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 3d6 bludgeoning damage.
She's going to cast it here.
Okay.
Because that would hit them.
Yeah.
Well, technically on him. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20. So it would affect those three. But they would be affected by this.
Okay.
So nothing happens now. It's difficult terrain, so they don't have enough movement.
Creature enters the affected area or on a
Or
turn
starts
or
its
starts
turn
there.
So nothing would happen until their turn start.
I believe we had the same issue with Moonbeam, and I think
Yeah.
we allowed it to activate because it technically entered when.
Yeah, technically it's
By
in the
by how
space.
we've been doing it, it entered because it entered, which means they all three entered. It's like a simultaneous happening
And it's a deck save.
of.
17.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. And nice suit. So you said deck save?
Mm-hmm.
Fail. Fail. Fail.
So it's gonna
This is-
take the bludgeoning and is restrained by the tentacles until the spell ends.
And it's a concentration spell.
So if you just concentrate. Oh my god.
Yeah, and she can just hold it up.
So yeah, roll damage on however much damage that is.
13 in total.
Okay, so they each take their.
They can use an action to make a strength or dex.
So with them being restrained technically, could she leave?
They would get disadvantage.
on the-
Restrain means you have they have attack disadvantage to hit.
Mhm.
They also have advantage to be hit.
So you could leave.
You could just run and hopefully they don't hit you, which is a pretty good chance.
Can I
Yeah.
do that?
You most certainly
you
can.
have your full feet. You have like what, 30 feet of movement?
Yes.
Yeah.
30 feet.
So you just head straight down.
Straight down.
You can get rid of that hellhound, maybe.
On her next turn, she can
Yeah.
try. Attack of opportunity from both of them. What's your AC? Doesn't matter. That's a 2. Well, yeah, that's another 2. On different. I love when it's the same combination of rolls, but on different ones, so they like swap. So yeah, they both miss. Make a wisdom save. Oh, wait, she can only move 15 because you failed last time.
But the spell ends because
Oh, that's
it's on
right,
the other
that's right.
plane. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're
I have to
welcome.
erase that. So yeah, Solomon's turn.
Okay.
As you're just like,
Solomon. Sorry, I'm
The rain is buffeting your faces.
Buffering?
No, that's not the right word.
Buff.
So he's going to use his Mace of the Twilight on
The top one?
the
The
top.
bottom one? He's technically
Has the top one been hit? Or are they both?
They
still,
both have been
They
hit.
both have been hit. Okay,
They are
so
near identical in damage.
I'm going to use the mace on the top one.
Okay.
That's 26.
Oh, it's an 18. I thought it was an 8.
No.
That was like, what kind of bonus that ace that mace have?
Auto hit, duh.
So it's gonna be. Oh my god, that's a lot of d6.
More?
I am acutely aware of
Oh
that.
my gosh. No, I got it.
Well, hold on. It's not all of that.
Wait, it's not?
He only gets. It is a good chunk.
Oh,
of,
you only choose necrotic or radiant.
So which one would you like him to use?
Radiant.
Yeah, it's
Did you
only.
pick up both the radiant?
It's not 5d6
Yeah.
worth of damage.
It's
It's,
just- I
only
just look like
3d6.
So that's gonna be.
It's only 3d6 plus 4.
15.
On the top one, you said?
Yeah. And then he's going to
Bonus action.
bonus action. Where is it?
Spiritual weapon?
Spiritual weapon.
Which means you can do an attack with it when it's summoned.
Um,
It's not a banana.
he's gonna
Aw.
he's gonna actually put it between the bottom two.
The Hellhound and the other
Yeah.
special beast.
Yeah.
I'll say it's the R.
Okay.
For Paylor.
For
I'm
Paylor.
proud of that one.
And it will say it's just another mace.
That's a 14.
To hit the other
It's
one?
gonna be hitting on the other displaced beast. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Oh, look at the wrong thing. Yes.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
As I said, I didn't.
When you guys fought the displaced beast last time, you didn't have very good modifiers.
And
so
we
it
were
was a-
teeny tiny levels.
Yes.
That's gonna be what level did I cast that at? Okay, so okay,
What
So
level did you
8.
cast it at?
8. I cast it at second level.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 8 points.
Yeah, 8 points of force.
And keeping those things neck and neck in damage, they're looking real rough. Like, real rough. Drondra, unfortunately, has to maintain concentration on the stones or it will go away.
That's fine.
So he is going to go ahead towards Leon. What?
That's a good question.
What?
When she's doing concentration for a spell, can't she do melee attacks?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
cast another spell as long as it does not take concentration.
Gotcha.
Oh.
So spells happen. You can't do multiple concentration spells. So if it's an instantaneous, if it's a casting time, no. If it's instantaneous, like casting time of a minute, no. Instantaneous, like one action, yes.
Okay.
There's some rules with that because it wouldn't make sense for you to be
That's
able to
why I'm surprised he
concentrate.
didn't do anything. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, I thought he could do something.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, that's the one.
Who?
Yeah.
He can't see any of you, so he can't cast a spell. That one over there or Drondra. Oh, yeah, no. He's not going to do anything because he doesn't have it. Like he's just going to focus on that. He doesn't have anything that would really help.
I have to keep track of his spells on a Word document too.
Sorry,
No, it's
I
okay.
had you log into me.
It's okay.
So, the top of the round.
This place should be.
This place will be turn with their 2 attacks still. Because they now have an extra attack for their multi-attack. So, they're going to, one out of their attacks, each one's going to pull their other one out. And then whip. And get their duality back. I just like that word. Duality.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, first attack on Solomon. With an AC of 18.
18.
That's a hit on Solomon. That's a miss on Solomon. So only 1 hit, and then we'll do the 2 attacks on Sword. That's definitely a hit. And that's a miss. So you each getting hit once.
Is spiritual weapon concentration?
Nope.
Okay.
That's why
Whew.
it's broken.
I was like, okay.
It's absolutely an amazing spell.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
So they are going to, hit you each for. This is halved. I'm going to have this for you. I'm going to take 4.
Oh no, my temporary hit points are gone.
And Solomon takes 9.
Oh, technically, at the end of his turn, he should have also got temporary hit points.
Him?
Yeah.
Because he's
It says
technically in that
including
state.
yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So but you didn't do that.
Yeah, I know.
Wouldn't technically automatically happen though.
No, it says you can.
Oh.
If it was an automatic, that means anybody in there. And so they made it not that wording, so you can't help enemies inadvertently.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
Yeah, it's a can, so you have to remember to activate it. Next is Cat Cow.
Cat Cow, so Cat Cow has the knowledge of a cat.
For what Polymorph says,
I looked it up, and it's basically like you have your personality and alignment, but otherwise, a cat.
And what's the intelligence of a cat?
The cat is a 3. But I would assume that the cat's like, what the hell's going on?
Correct.
Okay, so Cat Cow is going to move a full 40 feet south.
Now, this isn't something that you can do a wisdom save for, right?
Not...
No.
No, wait.
Not until that man drops concentration on her,
Just checking.
which he needed to roll concentration save for, but he succeeds. So you're still a cat. So what are you doing?
I'm going to move a full 40 feet down. Cause,
Oh, you got more feet.
yeah, I did.
Does concentration drop if you've been hit?
I rolled for it. It's not. You have to do a save for it.
Oh, it's because he's entangled.
Yeah,
with all
yeah.
that
It's
stuff,
it's a DC. It's half the damage or 10, whichever's higher.
Mhm.
And he rolled with his. He got way above that. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40. Cal is
Out of
gone.
Cat cow.
So for all intents and purposes, you're gone.
Yeah.
Zorn.
I'm going to displace your beast.
The one in front of you or the one above you?
I've been attacking the one above me.
So keep going. Don't let me stop you.
So that's 12 plus 9, so that's
Yeah,
over
it.
20.
Which one do you want to make the save so I can just roll that now?
I've been just going after the top one, so.
I rolled the wrong one. He fails.
So first attack, 3.
Second attack.
8.
Oh, you're doing the damage for the first
Yeah, I was doing the damage
Okay,
for the first
okay,
one. 8, 9, 10. 10 for the first one,
okay.
and that's over 20.
That's a hit. How do you want to do it?
Yay.
So I'll make it so the other one still failed its dex save.
Okay. I assume I say its head, so just smash its head into the ground.
Perfect. Mark it.
Just just a random question. I forget. Did we have something happen at Thor's Wheel 5? I didn't see anything on there, but I remember it being something at one point. And that's why we changed it to 10 for the call lightning.
Honestly, can't remember right now.
Okay,
I have it in my notes. I don't have this in front of me.
that's fine. I was just seeing if you remember.
Let me know when it's the end of your turn.
So roll damage on the other one because it failed.
That's just a D6. 4.
Okay. It is looking real rough.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yep. Unless you want to, I mean, you could technically move down 2.
2 and
That's
slip
it.
in. It's yeah. I mean, I guess I probably should just start heading that way because we're gonna try and probably bail here.
Okay. And you gain 3 temporary hit points.
So you lost your temporary hit points, right?
Yeah.
Earlier,
Yeah.
yes.
So yeah, you get 3. Don't know why you'd ever want to take less. I have 8. I'm gonna go to 3. Why? So
Yeah, I had 4 earlier. I had to go to 4.
other guy. Well, it's now the spellcaster's turn. He's now going to roll blink.
See if he shows back.
See if he shows back up. He sees all of this.
Yeah. What?
Where are we trying to get the people to?
Back to
Out of here for now.
Yeah, get into the crux of the matter.
Yeah. So
Oh, I should just prompted that second charge into that other.
he doesn't. He doesn't come back. So one downside is the way to come back is to roll a 10 or lower. He has not rolled a 10 or lower. So you don't know where he is. He could be anywhere within 60 feet of where he was. Well, technically 70 feet of his sight.
Yeah.
So
And he can still see all this. He's just.
yeah,
on a
he's
different
on the
plane.
ethereal plane. He can see up to 60 feet away and doesn't have any idea where he can't come back. And he's like, crap. Other one. He's going to attempt to break free using his dex to end his restraint.
17.
Yeah.
Oh, and they started their turn there. Isn't it more damage?
Oh yeah. If they start their turn.
So it's what is it? Another 3d6.
Oh,
I think it's another 3.
Did he fail?
Well, first the damage happens on the start of his turn.
Yeah.
So I rolled for something
So
else.
roll another
Yeah.
3d6.
Out of the distance, cat cow turns back into regular cow.
9, by the way.
He rolled less than a 10.
Oh, for his concentration.
Yep.
I was like, what did I
So Cal is whoop back. Now he's going to try and get out using his action. He does not. It's almost as if he's a spellcaster.
Dang spellcasters with their weak legs and their horrible armor.
So that's their turn.
You're a spellcaster.
Quiet.
She's also a rogue though. She can do more.
Right.
Her legs are nice and lean, not frail. So the people that are going to attempt to, they see you off in the distance, and they're going to attempt to run towards you, and it's going to get an attack opportunity from the Hellhound. That hits. So someone else could get bit.
They turn into a werehound.
If they're not, no,
New
wait.
clockwork warehound.
Ooh, that'd be weird. I don't like that. I don't like that.
No one would.
We're gonna run into that now. It's a were clockwork wolf.
As it takes someone and takes him down. So you now are down to 13 people. Which, all things considered, not bad for what you're going up against. As they are now slowed
Booking it.
down by a body. It was not a child this time, because children are up front. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Okay.
They're slowed by 5 foot because somebody is using all of their might to drag a human body. As it is chunked out.
Are they lashed with rope or chains?
Chain.
Just checking.
Chain, chain, chain. Hellhound's turns. Those 4 Hellhounds are just going to do their thing. Miss, 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 hit. Deals a whopping 3 more points of damage. As it hits the wall, it just headbutts it. It can't do much else. And then the other one that's alive is going to attempt to fire breath you.
Okay.
Make a dex save.
Natural 20.
Yeah, you succeed.
Yeah.
So you will only take half.
Do I get half of that half?
No. It is fire damage. You are not resistant. You're not the bear. If you were this, you wouldn't have gone down nearly as much. The 11 points of fire damage, and technically, no, at the direction it's going to do it, it does not hit anyone else. Those 2 hellhounds are going to attempt to leave. Oh, they also take damage. So roll the damage again, and we'll do for both. As a fail and a fail, neither of them move.
They're stuck there.
13.
13 more?
Yep.
Gotcha. Wow, that's some solid, consistent damage. Whew. There, look, those 2 are looking pretty just slapped up. The one that's left is going to attempt to bite you. It hits. So I will. You're going to take 13 points of damage.
Okay.
Not too bad. Those guys are still stuck behind there because the wall has a really good AC and it has a decent AC and they keep rolling low.
Was that the other one's turns? The 2 that are still stuck?
Yep, that's everyone. That's all.
They took
Okay,
damage.
They took the damage.
They took 13 points.
And they failed their get
stunned.
outs.
Gotcha.
It is after the Hellhound's Leon's turn.
Okay. She is going to continue to move back.
Let me do this since the top of the board isn't that interesting now. Okay.
And cast Magic Missile on the one that's furthest down.
On the wolf or hellhound.
Hellhound.
Hellhound, yeah.
Roll for attack. Wait a minute.
So it's going to take 17.
Okay. Does it just get hit by a bunch of magical darts? That's your turn?
Yeah.
Verna, you're up.
Okay. Alright, for the one in front of me.
Uh-huh.
What was the one I was gonna use? Okay, I'll do Acid Splash.
Bed dog! So it's an attack roll?
Yes. What was it? 2d6.
No, you gotta roll attack first.
roll a d20 and make sure you hit it first. Or you just throw
It could be
acid.
real dexterous.
19.
Got to hit. All those 2d6.
5.
Okay. It takes 5 points of acid damage. It's like, ah! So, Solomon.
Okay. He is going to...
You get acid splash in your face.
Yeah.
Spiritual weapon.
Okay, that's his bonus action to move, use that.
Yes. So he's going to bonus action spiritual weapon.
On which one?
The one that's between him and Soren.
Okay. So the splash beat. That's all.
Yes.
That's what I need to know.
That's 24.
That's a hit. How many points of damage? Bop bop ba doo. Bebop bow.
10.
How does he want to hit it?
Yay! Get that shit out of here.
Just smash it and just I don't care. I just want it dead. Just the worst.
Same basic thing. Just look, there's your head.
Okay, cool. So then he's going to move his full 30 feet south. And he is going to use Cure Wounds on himself.
What's he sitting at?
He's taking a lot of hits.
He's taking a lot of hits.
That's true.
He's not well. It's not quite half, but
He also gets temporary hit points.
yes, and he also gets the temporary hit points. So,
Cure Wounds was garbage.
yeah, Cure Wounds, but I still got the temporary hit points, which is good. Okay.
Yay!
Okay. So it evens out.
So that's his turn.
Yes.
Drondra.
Bye, guys.
He's gonna head over to the.
People.
Yep. He's gonna do his best to stay over with them.
Hello.
As he's holding that block of granite.
Training for the strongman competition.
So Cal, since the Spicer Beasts are gone,
So Cal is no longer a
Cat. So you only have 30 feet of movement.
So I am
You
going
can get
to...
back onto the board with that, though.
I know. I'm staying right there.
Oh.
I'm going to Eldritch Blast. Can I start with one beam on the one that's right in front of her?
Yeah.
And then if that hits, can I choose a second beam on another? Or do I have to announce first?
No, we can do one attack at a time.
Okay,
It just makes
okay.
it easy.
See if you kill the first one.
First one's only 11, so
No.
I'll do the second one. It's only a 12.
Nope.
God, Cal.
Both of them just glance off the.
Okay. But
on the
I am
Salakite.
going to bonus action Hex.
Hex girl.
And give the spell cat. Is he within 90 feet of me?
10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 44, everything. 66, 70, 80, 85, 90, yes.
Okay, so the spellcaster, disadvantage on Dex.
You definitely don't want him out of there, huh?
Nope. He
Don't
can
blame it.
stay. He can stay.
Right there.
There. Now you guys can see better. So that's Cal's turn. Soren,
I'm gonna shift down and bash the other hellhound. Try to get that out of here.
Hey, friend.
That is over 20.
Yes.
We'll start with that first
Sorry, I
attack.
tried to hit the guy in front of you.
That's maximized, so 8 plus 5 is 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, sorry. 5 is 13, 14, 15. And I guess I'll go for the second attack.
And I'll roll the dex save.
That's a 16 plus 9.
Yes, and then failed the dex save. Man, they're just not good on dex saves today.
That's why. So I'll roll. Well, let me do the regular damage first then. That's 5 plus 5. That's 12 for the second hit. And then for the d6, that's only a 1. So that'd be another 2. Did it do it?
Wouldn't you know? 43 plus 2 points of damage is 45. As you shock it and it dies. Yeah, so it's like, it's looking at you, jaw kind of dislocated. It's like, it's still going to come at you and then just short circuits.
Alright, so then I'm going to use the rest of my movement to keep heading down. So that's another 30 feet, because I moved, what, 10 there?
Yeah. If you want more temporary.
You gain 1 temporary hit point.
That's 1 more point of that I didn't have a second ago.
Spellcaster's turn. See if he comes back. Hello, everybody.
Hi, friend.
So, yeah, just can.
Oh, that doesn't count as his action?
No, he just appears.
Alright.
It just happens. It's a random point within the space. He has to be able to get there normally. He couldn't appear on the wall or in somebody. Yeah, while he's there and while he has the chance, even though there's a giant pile of boxes away, you can't really see over there. He is going to attempt to hold person Morena.
Ring of evasion.
So that's a wisdom save, honey.
Freaking an 8.
Don't worry though. Well, I know it's in the end. He couldn't have done that. Never mind. No, you're fine. The end of his turn, he appears.
That's what I was thinking. It was something like that.
No, he's at the end. I thought it was the start. It's a different one. That's at the
So
start.
so his whole turn is.
Yep, he's back out there though.
Pardon?
Yay.
So next turn, he's gonna try and do stuff.
I gotta move.
Okay, that other one, seeing his predicament and not being able to leave,
He starts his turn there.
Cast hold person.
He starts his turn
Yeah, he
there.
takes the
So
3d6.
3d6.
yes, you're correct.
Tristan's on it.
9.
Yeah, that's not on me to keep track of. 9 points of damage. Still up.
Dang spellcasters. Supposed to be weaker than this.
Okay. I need you to make a strength check.
Frick. I don't
Oh,
have.
this
I
bad.
got a negative on that. Frick 5.
Okay, telekinesis. You are within 60 feet. So he is going to yeah. So he's gonna lift you 30 feet up in the air.
Oh.
Does that create an attack of opportunity?
Technically, yes. She is leaving the Hellhounds area. It might not be of her own volition, but she is leaving and... Oh no, he already did. He hasn't gone yet since the people left. He did his... Oh no, he attacked her. Yeah, no, he did because they left. Their return, so he gets an attack of opportunity. of an associated. Never mind, doesn't it? Doesn't matter.
Sorry, that was more just like.
Yeah, that would technically work. It technically, because you're leaving the space. So you're 30 feet up in the air. Technically, you're 30 feet up in the air. Next turn, he's going to move you closer to him, if he can. So when you fall,
I'm gonna use feather fall.
good move. Unless he just. So that's his turn. Hellhounds can't attack you.
Attack the wall.
Roll the damage for the hellhounds.
Oh yeah.
That was a 3d6, right?
Yep.
Oh, that's a good.
Miss. Swear for another 2. Natural 20. Miss. Okay.
13.
So mark that. You just keep rolling. How do you do that? It's the third 13 in a row.
Yeah.
There's 3 dice.
I know.
There's a many number of possibilities that could create a 13.
Okay. The one chunk has been broken. So they can use their turn to move through it. So for this, that is broken. That 5-foot area is broken. I mean, you guys have done pretty well, good job running away. So the hunt is on. But they've all used their turns to attack. So they're going to use their movements now. 60. There. 5, 10, 15.
Yeah, that Snapchat, you might be telling the truth that Brandon killed Sullivan.
Well, you know, to be real honest. Yeah. Sorry, Chris.
The wall of health doesn't have that much with what it did. It broke through the one chunk. That's pretty good AC, and that natural 20 tipped it over. So that's their turns. Captives. Gonna do what they do.
And run like heck.
They picked up the one guy. They are over there by you, waiting for you to lead them. Leon's turn.
Okay. Hang tight. Liren is going to ice knife.
Which one?
The one that's. Oh wait, how far is that? Oh, it's only. Is she within 60 to the one that's between her and the spiritual weapon?
Yeah, she's in. Yeah, just
Okay.
barely.
Okay, so yeah, she's gonna toss it there.
And then so the one next to it's gonna have to.
Have to make the dex save. That's a 24.
That's a hit. That's a fail on the one you hit, and a fail on the other one. Okay. So their speeds are halved, right?
Yes.
So
Or is it just the one you hit?
That was all of them.
no, for ice knife.
Mm-hmm.
Or are you thinking of Ray of Frost?
Oh, I'm thinking right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're thinking of Ray of Frost.
It's like
Too many
So
spells.
who failed? Did they both fail?
Yes.
Yeah, everyone failed.
That's not a D8.
So the one you hit is gonna take.
So the one that I hit is going to take 10 on hit,
Okay. And they're both gonna
and
take.
they're both going to take 12 on 12 cold.
Dang. That's a lot of damage.
And then Liren's going to continue to move her full feet back. Maybe going closer to Cal if she can.
I just slowly bring this more and more down. You can barely see where people are, but I didn't anticipate this happening like this. Combat. Can't anticipate everything. So, Marina,
Yes.
you're 30 feet in the air. You can make a contested strength check. So roll again.
Could you cast a spell from the air?
You can.
I'm sorry, you said what?
Strength.
Strength. Yeah. I got 15.
That beats it. So you're falling.
Featherfall.
Is it a reaction?
Yes, it's a reaction.
So you is it technically? Can you use it as a reaction?
Go under her reactions.
So you technically still have your action. No, that was the action to make the contested.
Yeah.
So theoretically, you could use your sorcerer points to quicken a spell.
Or you could. Yeah. Well, yeah, because it would be bonus action.
Yeah. If you want. You've now landed successfully in front of the Hellhound again.
He wants to go.
Yeah, but I can do a melee attack with a bonus action, right?
No, but you can use sorcerer points
Okay.
to quicken a spell,
Okay.
so you can cast a spell as a bonus action.
Is my what was it called? Everett's tentacle still up?
Yes, you still are holding 2 hellhounds and a spellcaster.
So you can't do anything.
Concentration
Nothing that's
wise.
concentration.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the sorcerer points.
It's under features.
There it
Yeah, it's right there.
Okay, so I want to use a sorcerer.
If you
Quicken.
use more sorcery points depending on the level of spell you're casting, I'm pretty sure.
It's 2.
Yeah.
It's 2 for quicken.
Okay, that is different one I'm thinking of. So 2 points to do any of your spells.
That aren't concentration. Because then you would drop your tentacles.
Arms of a dar.
More holding ones. Everybody held their place.
Yeah, it's a
Everybody stop.
It's a good one.
Yeah, arms of a Hadar.
At what level?
Second level.
Okay, so it needs to make a strength save. It's got to make a strength save to not be held.
Yeah,
Right?
17.
Is it held or hit? Or is it both?
It's strength saving throw on a failed target was can't take reactions.
He
Takes
failed.
half damage but suffers no other effect.
He failed. You're just gonna beat the crap out of him now.
So you're gonna take 2d6, or how many d6 is it? 3d6 at that level, and then he can't take reactions.
So that's 6.
All right. He can't take reaction.
And then you still have movement too.
And I'd like to move down 30 feet.
That's a good way to get so you
Does
don't
it
have to
follow
do
you,
What's
or is it,
The arms of Hadar?
just casted and then you can leave?
Erupt from you and batter all creatures within 10 feet of you.
So I would imagine they erupt.
Yeah.
Since they erupt from her, I imagine they would follow her.
But it's not a continuing effect.
No,
Oh.
it just happens once.
Yeah.
That's why I was just. I wanted
Yeah,
to,
yeah.
I just want to get that. So yeah. Smack. Can't take reactions. Solomon's turn.
Okay. Solomon. So Solomon is going to bonus action spiritual weapon.
Smart.
Oh wait, hang on. Let me make sure that's what I want to do with this.
I know what I would do, but
Okay, I'm not going to bonus action spiritual weapon. I am going to. He is going to cast invisibility on himself,
Solid.
and then he is going to use his the one that he can fly.
Forgot he could do that.
His steps of the brave. So since this is stormy, it's dimmer light darkness.
Oh,
He's
he
gonna.
also has his mace out, so it cast on dim light.
Yes. So he's going to give himself a flying speed equal to his walking speed as a bonus action.
So vanish.
And
They do not get attack opportunity because they don't have any sense that would let him, even if they had tremor sense. He's off the ground.
So he's gonna fly 30 feet south.
None of you know where he went.
He just
And then he lands.
and then he lands.
How great is
How
that?
long does invisibility?
I was saying he's still invisible for
Yeah,
a
he's
while.
Until it's I think a minute until we
It's
drop it.
Yeah,
You do
up to an hour.
So it's an hour of invisibility until you attack
Yeah.
or do an action that would cause you to become invisible. So yeah, he's gone. Durandra. Seeing that they've passed through, he's going to drop the stone because there's no need for that anymore.
Don't need that shit.
Water wall.
No. Call lightning.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Go,
So
druids, go. Go, druids, go.
can you guess where he's gonna cast it?
He's gonna cast it right at us.
Yep.
Thanks, guys. Boom.
So would you like to explain what call lightning does, since it's something you can do? fans
You
at home?
essentially, a cloud forms above you and then drops a column of lightning.
It is a 60 foot radius.
Yes. Yeah. A storm cloud appears in the shape of a cylinder that is 10 feet tall with a 60-foot wide radius. Centered on a point you can see within range directly above you. The spell fails if you can't see a point above you.
So he pretty much is covering the entire battlefield. Not everyone needs to make. It's just a lightning bolt comes down. So he is going to center it, and it's everything around 5 foot around it.
That's right, because he can just keep calling down different
So
lightning
he's going
bolts.
to call it in between those three,
Okay.
and they need to make a dex save. And it is. Oh boy. It's a lot of damage.
What level is he casting it?
5th.
Oof.
That's a lot of damage.
Oof. I was going to say, because at 3rd level, you're looking at 3d10. So, that's what, 5d10?
60-10, because it
Ooh.
is storming outside.
Ooh, good point.
How do you want to do this?
Oh,
I'm
and then
gonna
since their
roll.
clockwork, it's doubled.
I'm gonna roll, because they might not die. There's just a good chance that they will.
Mm.
1. I need to find all my details.
And don't forget to give the druid his Thor points when he.
I'll take his Thor points.
This is Cal's understanding of how magic works. If you
Magic
use
Thor
lightning,
points.
Thor gives you Thor points.
All lightning gets Thor points. Rain gets Thor points. Goats get Thor points.
Unicorns get Thor points.
That's 60 points of damage.
From the roll or from before you
They
die?
die. As you just see a lightning bolt strike and then just. As he is just standing there going like, no. Because he saw you hit him with lightning. So he's going to do it.
Well, okay, my turn.
Because they got out. It's just he has to be able to see the point, and
Yeah.
he can't see through the wall, so he couldn't cast it on the wall. So yeah, that's.
Oh, that would have been awful.
I mean, it's just-
Welcome to the Thunderdome.
So now it's Cal's turn.
Cal is going to continue moving south, but staying within 150 feet.
Right, your
Or
evocation.
120 feet.
Your stupid evocation of spear.
It's not even the spear. If it was, it'd be double.
Oh, it's right, 300.
Yeah.
It's the spear.
And she's going to do Eldritch Blast on the spellcasters.
You cannot see the other one from where you
Okay,
are.
then I'll do one on the that dude and the other on that.
Gotcha.
First one, nat 20.
Whew.
Second one, 10.
So you're nat 20 the
On-
spellcaster. Or you want the dog.
Oh, yeah, the dog, because I said that one
Yeah.
first.
Gotcha.
So
So nat 20 on the dog, and then you're hitting the other one was what?
It was
it missed.
a 10.
Oh, yeah. Wait, let me make sure. Yes.
I was gonna say the peasants have
I'm
more.
assuming that if they have none.
I just want to make sure.
12, I'd say.
So being a spell, and now the rule that I, as an imperfect human being,
20.
on the other one. Oh, wow.
Well, well.
It is looking real bad.
And.
Sunreal.
Okay. Yes, go.
I guess I'm just gonna keep heading that way with the people.
going down. Welcome to the show. Spellcaster's turn. Roll your damage on the tentacles.
3d6.
Come on, can't live.
It's not been 10 turns.
Oh, that's good.
It's 14.
It's not a 13.
It's one more.
How do you want to do it?
You should just.
Pardon?
How do you want to
You've
do it?
killed him.
Describe how you would like to end this man. With your tentacles that have restrained him, or just constantly like.
Are they smacking him to death? Are they crushing him to death? Are they hentai-ing him? I mean...
Oh my god!
That's what I said. What's happening?
Just
No.
going down inside him and pulling at his insides.
Like that's like it just goes into his mouth. Like
Such a good thing. What is this?
But
Is
sure
Davy
feels
Jones?
Yes.
Davy
Jones, this man. You can move your hex.
Okay, move the hex onto the one of those that are still in the tentacles. Yeah.
Hang that man around that man's neck.
Poor
Well, I don't put him there. Usually that's my safe area to put minis that have died.
That's true.
Okay. So, other one is now going to try and hold person. Fully knowing well Blink is still going to activate. Well, actually, would he? Well, that's a good question, Brandon, as DM running this person. Nah. He's going to try and fireball you. Just you.
Oh.
Ring of evasion.
Not even gonna roll. Actually, no, yeah, I mean, yeah, you don't have to roll for that. You're gonna use it.
Goodbye!
Yeah,
Ooh, would it
that-
hit the other hellhound?
that you-
No, she can cast it over here.
Well, you say he tries to just her.
Yeah,
I figured it was
but,
going to be on
but
her.
it's gonna be.
Isn't it an attack roll?
No, it's a dex save.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
That's why
Sorry,
I'm like, there's no
sorry.
even bother you
Big
rolling.
dumb.
if you
I had
have
a
that.
dumb moment. Sorry.
Hey, don't you? Haven't you used fireball?
Well, you gotta remember with our fireball.
Yeah, I'm surprised you guys haven't used it.
Now is not the time.
So.
I survived one fire thing. I was surviving a second one. I want to burn things. I don't want to be burned.
This one's 15.
Okay.
Not nearly as bad. Then the 9. that was the last time it was halved. So you take 15. This is normal damage for a save. So now he gets to roll to see if he blinks.
I took 15 damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
He does not blink.
Oh,
He's still there.
how you looking?
I'm at 23.
Okay. You're not that bad.
And they're gonna begin to head this way. Oh, this guy's on the board. Let me just, he doesn't there. He was there in case.
In case.
Well, not in case anymore, but we'll get there. Hellhounds. I gotta remove a bunch of them. The one that hasn't been hit yet.
Oh, because you got two of them that got.
Roll damage on those two.
On what?
You got two still in the
Two still in the
tentacles.
trap.
Okay. So that is 9.
9 points.
9 points.
Anyone do it.
Hey, you killed those two too.
Same way as the other one went down.
They are, oh my god.
That's gonna be your new thing, isn't it?
Hentai-death.
Both of them are dead. God bless.
There's probably some metaphor here, or like some
I
like
hope we
weird
get a
version
long
of
rest
payback
after
from her being a
So
slave.
that one is going to, being in this range. he's
Wait,
gonna-
how does he know where he is? He's invisible.
Oh, that's right. So he'd head to Drondra. Because he can make it there. He has 70 feet of movement. He is going to howl. Because he has not howled. So, yeah, everyone.
Wisdom.
Yeah, wisdom saves. Who's all been hit?
Everyone's been hit.
Except for Cal.
Really?
So if anyone fails, except for Cal, they're gonna, Cal has not. Cal is
That's 19.
Success.
I'm sorry, what?
Wisdom save.
Oh, 1. For Chris. For Solomon.
So he's gonna take the full.
Yep.
14.
Liren.
Well, you said wisdom, right?
Yeah, wisdom
Okay, perfect. Yeah, mine's at a 14.
Liren got an 18.
Success. Barely a success.
Cal.
And you succeeded.
14.
I was like, man, I already told you.
Barely a success as well.
So Solomon's gonna take damage. Just
Why? What's he sitting at?
not good. Two. That's it.
On the 2d12s, it rolled 2 1s.
Yay!
I take 2 damage?
No, you've succeeded.
Oh, okay.
I was
I
say
think
Solomon's
it's
the only
barely.
one that failed, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Solomon's
barely
the only one that
succeeded.
did it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Toll the Dead does not have any damage if you succeed. So yeah. Well, that's unfortunate. That one's turn though.
Frick.
Let's do it again. Everyone make wisdom saves.
Everybody, wisdom save.
18.
Success. Success.
Okay, so Solomon get 11.
So
Come
fail.
on, man.
He's the cleric.
Lyrian, 8.
Fail.
Cal, 10.
So you 3 are gonna take.
I thought you didn't have to take because you had
I
damage.
didn't.
I know you're gonna all 3 take damage.
Yeah.
So you only take.
Well, I thought you said it didn't work on people that hadn't take damage.
No, it worked. It takes less. It's toll the dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that she's going to take less damage.
Okay.
If you're taking damage, it's these. If you haven't, it's these.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll for the people who failed, who have. So Lyran,
Lyran,
Solomon, and you.
I failed.
That's right. No, you.
Yeah,
you got,
she
I
succeeded.
landed an 18.
Yeah, never mind. So that would be 7.
Okay.
And you take 9.
Okay, hang on 2 seconds.
If you take damage, does it drop invisibility? I don't remember.
Oh,
Let me check. I can check right
I
here.
thought it was.
maybe.
Because I thought you said until you're hit.
I thought it was until you
Take an action?
take an action. Spell ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell.
Nope. So nope. You're
but
not.
no, he's still invisible.
Solomon's still invisible.
It's just like my brain.
Okay, so then
Ow, ow.
9. You said 9 for me?
Yes.
Okay.
Somehow, 2d8's got you more
Got
damage than the 2d12.
Lower than, yeah, that's fine.
Lyran's up.
Okay. Lyran's gonna keep going south. And she is going to Ray of... Well, what is the Ray of Frost low? Is she within 60 feet of the other...
Yeah.
Okay, she's gonna Ray of Frost the one in front of Morena.
Okay.
That's 27.
Did
That's
you know
a
that's
hit.
a hit?
It's a miss.
Did you know somehow that missed?
Just somehow that missed. What? And its speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Got it.
So 7. 7 cold damage.
How does she want to do it?
Yes. That's a hellhound, right?
Yeah.
Can she just fire it right at his bell and just like freeze his neck and like?
You know, I'm pretty sure that's what happened last time when she
Yeah,
did that.
I'm pretty sure it is. That's why she wants to do it again.
This is my favorite way to kill hellhound. So yeah, that's its turn.
Perfect.
All right. So Morena,
Yeah.
you're free. You don't have anyone trying to hit you.
No, but is it my turn?
Yeah.
Is he within 100 feet of me?
5, 10, 15, 20, there, 40, whatever. Yeah.
Alright, I want to do lightning bolt.
Oh. It's a dex save or an attack?
That is a
Dex.
dex.
Ooh, that would be helpful.
17.
Man, it's really unfortunate that he stayed there. He failed.
So you're gonna roll
What was it?
a good amount of damage.
It's
An 86.
86.
I
You need more?
1,
5
2,
more.
3, 4, 5.
Oh boy.
Sorcerers doing
That's
sorcerer
3,
things.
7, 9, oops, 11. That was 17. 18.
19. It was only. Yeah.
Okay.
That she rolled low.
Darn it!
Still messed him right up.
Yeah.
And you still have movement and a bonus action.
Oh, I have a bonus
She
action.
could do it again.
I want to do it again!
If you have to spend 2 more sorcery points though
For
to spell
double
that to
twin.
bonus action that
But I
It would be
want
twin. It'd be quicken.
be
Oh.
quicken, yeah.
Oh, because it's a bonus action.
Okay, I want to throw a magic missile.
Yeah, what level?
This is a 3rd level.
You're gonna do 3rd level of it?
Yes.
So how many darts is that?
That is gonna be it's gonna be 5.
Thought it was
Right?
a dart for every level
Wait.
it was.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Well, it should be.
It's
Oh,
3
just,
darts
5.
plus 2, so 5 plus 5. So 5d4 plus 5.
So a minimum of 10.
So what are you like down to 5 sorcerer points?
That's 8, 9, 10, 16.
Sounds about right.
16.
How do you want to do it?
Yeah.
What was I doing again?
Magic missile.
So you-
magic missile. You know how in Gundam when all the rockets come out and they like fly around and go places? You're doing that except located to one person.
And they're magic.
I want a direct hit.
5.
5.
My boy.
So you just see Morena go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they just. And you kill that man.
Yes.
Via his balls.
Getting her.
Solomon, up.
Alright, he's gonna invisible fly
Where?
towards everybody else.
He's flying.
He's
He just gets to go straight there.
Okay, so top guy's dead. Oh, you didn't want to move?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. do you
Oh,
wanna
move. I wasn't gonna go that way.
That's where
That's where everyone's
Alright.
running. Unless you want to go run by
Solomon
yourself up
is
there.
Well, isn't
gonna
there one
give himself
enemy left?
temporary.
Yes, but Drondra's there.
All right.
And he has lightning.
Okay.
Solomon did give himself temporary.
Gotcha. Smart move, Solomon.
Yeah.
Which, it's Drondra's turn. Deck save. That's a 3.
Does he succeed?
Because I know you guys want me to do this. That's the
What?
only reason I'm rolling. You guys want to just see how much damage this thing takes.
Oh, I expected you to do this.
He's dead.
And then just stare at us as you drop and go, he's dead. Like, just stare.
That'd be hilarious. $70.
He did.
And you just see a lightning bolt, which catches the boxes on fire.
Oh, shit.
Oh no, the tent!
That's
It's gone. It has been dropped.
And that sorcerer's dead too, or that spellcaster, he's gone.
Combat's not over now.
Yay! I killed someone at least.
Your least favorite thing to hear, I know. As you hear, coming off in the distance.
Oh, does he start running towards us as well?
Oh yeah,
Just making sure.
everyone's over there. Everyone's here at Smash Bros. This doesn't fully capture the size. But we're gonna switch out the minis. They're about that big. So
What are they?
No.
what do you think?
Keeper?
No.
Oh, thank God.
Wouldn't that be some crap?
That'd be some garbage.
I'm already thinking that's some garbage.
No, as you see a clockwork giant as the boardwalk is straining to hold this thing up. Half of its face covered in clockwork. It has, you see, biomechanical all across its arm. One hand is missing and it's just a hole. As an individual you've never seen before walks over wearing full plate, the symbol of the forge, and you see a chain connected to it.
To the giant?
Yeah,
Okay.
that he's holding. You don't see him say anything as he just, let's go. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session. So, for you at home, let me, those two things are not even the full size. I need to figure out a way to do this, but we're going to end the session as a clockwork giant is staring at you guys.
Oh, there's two. It's just
No, it's the
the
size of it.
Oh, it's just one.
It's just one.
Okay.
That's fine. This is fine.
I'm only at like what? 23 points to damage.
And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Slink back into your chair.
To end this properly. So yes, thank you guys so much for being here. I can't wait for the chase to continue through Selbin. What's the worst that can happen, guys?
Everyone dies.
Everyone dies.
The end.
That's the
Yeah,
worst.
next story.
A new campaign. Who dis?
So, Soren, you want to hit him with what's coming up this week?
Sword. I'm Tristan.
Sistin?
Yes.
Torn?
There we go. That one I like. Monday will be the session on YouTube. Wednesday will be detention talking about orcs. Thursday will be roll for bluff about this session. And then Friday, we're back again.
Oh, thank you guys so much for being here. Can't wait to see what happens in the next session. So far, you've done roughly about as good as I expected. So, thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye.